Okay, I'm live. It's Benjamin Tardic's Tuesday Hangout. Benjamin's on vacation this week, and he's also on vacation next week. But he gave me authorization to stream to his channel for the time being, and as long as I actually run this show, which I will be doing. So, so I actually have an agenda today, just in case Andy doesn't show up. The panel will be open after I get through some of this thing. Let me just go through my agenda. So what am I covering? We just lost it. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to Myers-Briggs type indicator versus vibe typing. What does knowing links even mean? And I'll go over some takeaways I got from the classical books and strategy, and what does that self-help books and life coaches don't. Hello, Benjamin.
What's up, Hank?
Man,
How you doing?
you
Good
managed to
luck on the
find
stream today.
you managed to find time between your busy vacation.
Yeah, busy vacation. I'm guarding the bags while all the kids are off playing on rides.
Oh, they made you do your old job.
But I can't really hear because there's too much background noise.
Oh, that's fine. We're still gonna
How's
go.
your week?
Good enough.
Good enough. All right. Annie said she got maybe her dream job. She walked into her job and she's like, "Hey, are you guys hiring?" It's like a massage place, but I'm sure she'll tell about it. So she said she might be working today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so you might have I don't know if you're gonna want to talk on your own or have a short visit, but I hope someone joins and hangs out with you.
You'll find out in the recording.
All right, sweet. Yeah.
Yep. And tell David hi. I'll just do it. I'll tell David hi.
David,
Hey,
hi.
Yeah, Dave, I have control. Dave, I have control.
Oh. Well, don't let too many what's it called? Spammers on. What do you call those guys?
They're afraid of me.
Good.
They're not coming anyways. And even if they do come, I'll just not let them right to the screen.
Sweet. All right. Well, good luck with the stream, Hank.
Yes, and you'll see me
I might jump in a bit.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Yep. So yeah, so Annie's busy working. I already worked today, so I'm good. So here's a conversation I generated with Duck AI. Um, what led me to this conversation is that Benjamin and Annie and I think Eric from Talking to Famous People insist that I'm not ENTJ when it comes out NTJ, either INTJ or ENTJ every single time I go through an MBTI online quiz, free or paid. I personally don't trust objective personality because it's actually a big five. So it doesn't necessarily map to MBTI correctly, but most other ones do. Anyone that's based on MBTI theory gets differing out of trust. But people from the OPS camp and probably Eric too use vibe typing. And Eric's probably, maybe he came up with his own system that's usually pretty good, but the OPS is very disappointing. So we have like a couple, a Snopes couple. Yeah, Luna, we'll get to that. I'll show my results. But yeah, but Snopes like OPS, Dave and Shan, they came up with a system that extends MBTI and just have all kinds of coins falling on the floor. But the problem is either how they implement it. The implementation is the big problem. The theory is a problem too, but the implementation is they'll both go in their own room and guess what the type is. Then they assume if they match, they're right, and that's stupid. That's stupid. That's vibe typing. Just because they match doesn't mean it's right, because you could be matching for different reasons. So they obscured the fact that with more coins, they said, but they just add more dimensions, then more matching means better, and that's not necessarily the case. Just because more matching doesn't mean more better typing. In fact, a simpler system is more to the point. They focus on observable things. That's what gift different does. It explicitly says it can't see infrared functions. You only can derive them from an extrared function. But David Chan from OPS disagrees. Blessings to machine lies. So this is a conversation I had. I guess a query, I would say a query rather than a conversation. But Dr. A says it's a conversation. And we can. So for my first prompt is, I said I don't feel seen by my friends. They insist I'm a different MBTI type than the one I consistently test as. The arguments aren't really good, and they haven't been able to anchor to a single type or a single quadra. And I would add now a single temperament too. That's a thing in MBTI too, the temperaments. But I'm not even. I don't think I even I agree with temperament as a structure. I'm not sure that's even a valid structure, because you can actually make more temperaments. These quadras are based on, guess, your ego stack. I went in the same quadrants, the same functions in the ego stack, the top four. The temperament, it's using a different dimensional thing. I could probably code up something that shows all the possible temperaments, but I actually don't take temperaments all that seriously, which is why I forgot about it. So, and the friends were Binyamin and Annie, but they assert ESFP or INTJ. Really? But as I said, my test, I always test as INTJ or ENTJ. I test more E as I get older, I guess. And my latest Truity test is ENTJ, and now I'll present it, and I'll probably share that too. I think I shared it with this chatbot, and it actually gave me some feedback. So this is actually the results from my Truity test embedded in that. So it popped out with 58% E to 42 I. So basically how these tests work is that they use a questionnaire, and they have preference maps to the questionnaires. And it's probably just maybe interesting decoding the whole apparatus, but I haven't done it yet. But based on how I answer the questions, based on my preferences, this is how I generated the type. Because if you lean one way or the other way, it puts you in that box, and it makes it simplified. So you can, because MPI is optimized for communication. It's not for just setting all your preferences out. It's not rolled all your preferences. It's just trying to give you an inference of how you might behave based on what you say, or how you act, because you could use gifts different than other people if you control the observations. So it says I'm borderline between E and I, introverted and extroverted. It says I'm highly intuitive compared to centric, strongly N, which works against ESFP and ICJ. Strongly T, strongly J version into ESFP, and based on my last Truity report, I'm either ENTJ or INTJ, and I tested more INTJ when I was younger, and more recently tested as ENTJ. I actually have a stream where I did my Truity test, and it came out ENTJ, and I shared both the report and stream with Binyamin and their old typing team, and they need a special format, so they can't just type people in the wild unless you're famous, of course. That little database where they type famous people, but unless you're famous, you have a bunch of money, a bunch of views. They can't type you accurately unless they follow a specific, very controlled format, which is kind of cringe in my opinion. That's why it feels like it's vibe typing. So, ChatGPT says ESFP implies a strong SF and P, but I'm the opposite for all three of those, NTJ. So it's a you're off. You're completely missing. So this is still from the report that's representing ENTJ 90%, INTJ 78%, then ENFJ, that's actually, I think that's Halcott's personality type, ENTP, in its 60 or lower. And INTJ is 55%. 55% of a match. You should go through the mathematics of what's a match. I think this do Feynman way. So I think a match is, my guess is that there's buckets that catch the type, and a match is just saying is a bucket. So to say how much did your shots make it into the bucket, and that will be how they make the match. That's my guess. So if my friends were saying ESFP or ISTJ, the report itself does not support that. And the only real ambiguity, according to ChatGPT, is E versus I. Now, I don't really trust ChatGPT that much, but this is just spinning back the report. That stuff is what the report just says. So your report literally says your energy style is a blend with only slight lean extroverted, which means ENTJ and INTJ are plausible, and my social presentation may confuse people. And which that's why I call what they did vibe typing, because they go based on presentation rather than typology. The typology catches specific actions, not just, well, when he's rich, then he must be ENTJ, which that doesn't work that way. So that explains why others might misread you. Someone can be very expressive, very assertive, very decisive, but still being private, solitary, selective about people. And that combination can make people project the wrong type onto you. So here's what ChatGPT says about why their preferences may be off. So their ESFP says ICA reads off. Strong, fastest, or heavily anti both of those. Because this is just part of it. A lot of imagination, a lot of conceptual, progressive. I hope they define those terms. They better define those terms. So according to my report, through process through ChatGPT, the profile sounds more strategic, abstract, systems-oriented, future-focused, forceful. Far closer to ENTJ/INTJ than ESFP, and more future conceptual than the classic ICJ. So just reiterating the report, ENTJ's best fit, INTJ's strongest alternative. ISTJ is possible only as a distant misread of your structure, bluntness, and conscientiousness. And ESFP is the least convincing of all the options mentioned. So here's what ChatGPT says I should say. King Steven, you get back to my side of the stream, King Steven. You have your wrench there, or badge, or whatever it's called. Also, the machine lies is still watching. So here's what ChatGPT says I should say. And I could say, you may be misreading my assertiveness or organization and trying to map it onto a type you recognize, but my actual results consistently cluster on NTJ. The only real ambiguity is whether I lean ENTJ or INTJ. ESFP especially doesn't fit my NTJ pattern. If you want, I can also do one of these next. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. What did I want? Show exactly why some might mistake ENTJ for ICJ. So, ChatGPT says, from the outside, ENTJs and INTJs can look surprisingly similar, because both often appear structured, competent, direct, responsible, task-focused, hard to sway emotionally. That surface similarity can fool people who type by vibe instead by motivation. Hey there, King Steven. What's up?
Hello. I just noticed you were live. What is Benny okay? What happened to him?
He's on vacation, unfortunately. So his kids forced him back on guard duty.
Oh wow.
So
what do you have loaded up here?
Pretty much, I'm just reading my ChatGPT chat log from Duck AI because Binyamin and Annie assert via their vibe code OPS logic that I'm ICJ or ESFP, and that makes no sense at all. Just going by my test results.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No sense.
Yeah, no sense at all. And they had like over a year to, I guess, interrogate my report, and they just don't do it that way. Well, I'll just keep doing it the MBTI way instead, and they could be confused.
Yeah. Who's in the chat? Machine Lies. What's he doing here? Muhammad.
He likes this show. But yeah, that's why he's doing. He likes this show.
Did you happen to hear my new song?
I didn't hear it yet. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, I put it in the back. I put it. Wait, that's not the link. That's just a second. I copied the StreamYard link.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and put it in the back.
Okay, I'll put it. Not that link. This
is it about me? Hopefully, it's about me. I'm not.
It's called Oflameo, Hankotameo.
All right, that's fun. Good. I didn't want to play a Jack Talcott song on my stream.
Yeah, it's no Talcott stream. It's no Talcott song.
All right, good. fact, let's put full screen.
Morning in the kitchen, cast iron on low.
Damn right.
You got that apron tied, moving nice and slow. Eggs on the skillet, bacon has that sizzle. Sizzle. You smile right at me, serving me hot coffee, extra, extra creamy. Hands that know the time and sugar, heat and grace, steam rising to the ceiling, home in one place. Thank you, Aunt Jemima. Breakfast in the kitchen, fit for a king, yeah. Best maple syrup on the plate, pancakes stacked so golden I could never wait. Breakfast at your table, you make the whole room shine. Bacon, eggs, and sweetness in the sunshine. Bonnet by the stove light, tied up nice and neat. Gray blue cloth sitting soft above your cheek. Pouring that real maple syrup straight from Canada land. You laugh and say, eat up! Like it's made for me. That bonnet stays on while you move through the room, like you already knew this morning would bloom. Every bite feels better, like a handwritten family recipe. Hands that know the time and sugar, heat and grace, steam rising to the ceiling, home in one place. Thank you, Aunt Jemima. Breakfast in the kitchen, fit for a king, yeah. Best maple syrup on the plate, pancakes stacked so golden I could never wait. Breakfast at your table, you make the whole room shine. Bacon, eggs, and sweetness in the sunshine. And when your bonnet tilts, the whole world slows down. Warmth in every corner, coffee coming round. I hear the plates clink softly, feel that morning glow. Nothing tastes like home when you're the one who knows. Fit for a king, right here. Thank you, Aunt Jemima, for the way you feed the room and set the table true. Breakfast in the kitchen, fit for a king, yeah. Best maple syrup on the plate, pancakes stacked so golden I could never wait. Breakfast at your table, you make the whole room shine. Bacon, eggs, and sweetness in the sunshine.
Great song. What band did you have play it?
Thank you. I hired a few Negroes at the church, gospel singers, as the backup singers.
Which kind of church?
A gospel church. There were some. It was a Baptist gospel choir. They were dark women, and I think some of them might have been from Jamaica.
You know that there's like a St. Stephen's Church, just in the county. My county has a St. Stephen Church.
Yeah, there's a St. Stephen's also in Ireland, in Dublin.
Oh,
St.
cool.
Stephen's on the Green, yeah. It's a cool place. They named it after me.
Obviously.
Yes. To honor me.
I don't understand why some people hate you. That doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Why they hate me is nonsense. It's foolishness. I'm very sweet and likable. Jack doesn't like me for some reason. He kicks me off every time I go there.
Jack likes me because I keep sending him money, even though he says he hates money.
Yeah, I sent him money too, and he still kicks me off. I sent him money even after I got kicked off his show.
That's actually the funniest part because he just loses control of the narrative when I do that. At least, usually when kicked off, I'll send money in to just screw with his narrative. Then he doesn't really fight against me anymore. Not too much.
I sent him $2 and I said, if you don't kick me off, I'll give you $2,000. He kicked me right away. So he doesn't want the money.
Maybe you send the 2,000 first and say, well, you should kick me off. But of course, he kicked Rachel Wilson off, so he may just kick you off anyways.
He's got to earn it. I'm trying to make Jack work a little bit for a living because he doesn't work a job. He just sits in that place. I think he lives in a room at Barney's place in Baltimore.
Yep. Barney says Jack doesn't live there. I don't know. I've never been to Baltimore.
They call it Barnabas Studios. He used to do that morning show with Barnabas where Jack was barefoot and there was a pink background behind him, and he would put his feet up on the table in the bowl of fruit, and his toes looked like fingers. I thought he could eat the fruit of the bowl with his feet. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think Barney stopped doing that because he got a YouTube flag or something, YouTube restriction.
Yeah. Because I think their show was too gay. YouTube said it's too gay, so they had to stop it. It was too gay.
That's hard to do. YouTube's supposed to be super progressive.
Yeah. It's hard to do, but they did it somehow.
Why do you think Jack won't debate me on no secrets or secrets, whatever? Why won't Jack debate me? Is he afraid?
I would say maybe it's because Jack has testicles like dried up raisins. He doesn't have balls. He's just got these little. He's kind of a coward. He doesn't like to. He only likes to debate Jews. I think like that Jewish. What was his name?
Dusty
Emmett or something.
Yeah, Emmett and Dusty.
Oh,
and
Dusty's
he
Jewish
debates
too. Yeah.
Yeah, he somehow debated Pony Boy.
I just saw a video by that Lena woman talking about a live stream calling Snafu a sex predator or something.
Oh, interesting.
Did you see that?
I didn't see that yet, but I did actually notify JD. What's his name? I think
her name is JCLC family or something.
Yeah, LCJC family. But
LCJC?
Yes. I did yesterday make a post calling out Pony Boy and DJ Delay because Pony Boy keeps threatening me that DJ was hunting me, but he has no reason to. He never contacted me. So I just want to know if DJ actually got some correspondence from Pony Boy Snafu Snaps, because if he's pulling at my leg and pulling his leg by using his name without actually talking to him, then maybe he needs to have a conversation. Maybe they both need to talk to each other.
Well, she put his full name in the video in the live stream title.
All right, let me go look for LCJC family.
I couldn't believe it.
No, she made a couple of posts about him. But in my opinion, names are fictional anyways. I just name the thing whatever damn I please. And I call that thing Pony Boy. But so that's the video. I'll go ahead and post it to the chat if other people want to watch it. Said, what's the name? Luna wants to ask you if that's an AI song, but I don't care. I don't care what it is.
No, that's me singing. That's not AI singing. It was me. I wrote the song and I sang it. She doxed him though. Look, she put his full name in there in the title.
He uses his full name. Everyone knows where he lives already. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, that's not her.
The bad Mexico.
Is that Princess Leia? Who's that supposed to be?
That's what it looks like, Princess Leia. She said calm down the whole time.
Is that chick wanted to blow Snafu or what? Was she attracted to him?
She was his old co-host. Yeah, one of his old co-hosts before I separated them all. And now Ponyboy can't really broadcast anymore because he doesn't have the tools or the intelligence. I mean, I would charity send him an old laptop so he could keep implicating himself. But he's too big of a man to get free stuff from me. So
you have an old laptop?
Yeah, I use old laptops for my computer because they're good enough.
What kind is it?
They're all Dells. All my old laptops are Dells. Dell Latitudes.
Oh, okay. I had a Dell one time and it broke down and I threw it out the window at a hobo.
I had a Toshiba and it broke down and threw out the window at a hobo.
You did?
Yep. I think it was my first
laptop. I had a Compaq a long time ago in the 90s laptop. 30 years ago, I think, or something.
Yeah, my desktop's an HP and HP bought Compaq.
Oh, yeah. Is that Lena chick partially retarded?
Some might say.
Her voice sounds like there's something happened to her throat. I don't know what happened to her.
It's probably smoking.
You think she smokes a lot of cigarettes?
Yeah.
Is she a dick smoker? Or does she just smoke cigarettes?
But she used to be married to, I think her husband may have passed. So hopefully for his sake she was.
Well, somebody called her a cock smoker.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a
hopefully every woman who's married is a cock smoker. Please be. Otherwise it's bad for the guy.
Yeah. But she said something about Snafu and her son. I don't know if she's making that up or
nope.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, Ponyboy did contact her children without her permission. So in that case, we know who the guardian is.
Oh, she's the guardian?
Yes, she's the guardian.
Does she have custody of the kids or just Snafu?
She has the custody.
Okay, they're not his kids?
Not his kids that I know of. And Snafu doesn't have custody of his kids that I know of. So
Did Snafu ever bang that chick? What's her name? Lena or something?
I don't know.
I saw Tarek was over there in the comments on that live stream.
Yeah,
if you scroll down, he posted a comment.
Yeah.
He was trying to speak English, but his comment was hard to read. I think he called her the wrong name or something. He doesn't even know her name.
But you know my policy in chat. My official policy is chat don't matter. But if I'm bored, I will watch it anyways. Yeah.
It's under there.
if I'm bored, I'll watch the chat anyways. But my official policy chat don't matter. And when I get
Yeah, it's right
stuff from-
there. It's not chat though. It's a comment after the live. He said Lana. That's not her name, is it? Lana?
Lena, no, it's sort of Lena. Lena.
He didn't spell her name right. He called her Lana, Lana. You keep doing these podcast ant snafu. Why is he calling snafu an ant? What is he talking about? Ant? Was he trying to call snafu an ant or a piss ant, or what was he trying to say there? I can't understand Tarek. Is Tarek partially retarded?
I would say more than partially.
Fully retarded?
Perhaps, but I would say more than partially.
Hello, Mind Mirage. Hello. How did you find me here? She found me on your live stream, Mind Mirage. Good to see you.
Watch those caps.
What's wrong with the caps? All caps.
Don't yell at my library. Don't yell.
It's not yelling. It's regal. It's royal. She's saying King Stephen, and she's got yellow hearts, which is sweet.
My show's my library. No yelling in my library.
We're not yelling though. We're just being passionate, and we're being a little bit excited, enthusiastic. That's what I meant.
All right. Maybe we should listen to Lena say something.
Did you know that Hank loves my breakfast song, my ode, my thank you Aunt Jemima song, I call it.
Yeah, I do
about
like
pancakes, bacon and eggs. It's a good song for the morning to wake up to.
Yeah, I haven't had coffee in some months. Maybe I had some confection, but I just kind of don't need it that badly. Or at best, I need to go to sleep, but it doesn't really help me wake up at all. So I haven't had coffee for a while.
I had coffee this morning. I love my coffee.
I guess I like soda more to get my caffeine.
I just bought a new little folding knife. This is a beauty with a walnut handle. I just was delivered today. I'm playing with it right now.
It's like a fidget spinner? You're using a knife as a fidget spinner?
Well, it's not really that fidgety, this type, but it's just nice to handle it and admire it. It's very well made. It's a little well-crafted work of art from Spain.
Yes. I actually never owned a fidget spinner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never got into that.
Who's that Bust More Nuts guy? I think he needs a fidget spinner. He's a bit autistic in the chat. I think he visits Talcott's and he talks about me or something. He's kind of a dork, that guy.
Technically, I visit Talcott and talk about you too.
Yeah. But that guy should be praising me. He's kind of a peasant. Should I toss him some dried toast out the window to eat? He's a kind of a peasant hobo. Let him eat dried toast. No butter, Aunt Jemima. Don't put any butter on that toast for him. Save the butter and the jam for the raccoons.
No, Marie had it right. Let them eat cake.
Yeah, she said let them eat cake, and I said let them eat dry toast. Wait a second, Binyamin's here in the chat.
No, so here's the thing. Benjamin authorized me to have control and stream this Twitch channel. So that post from Benjamin was from me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was him because I saw his name. I didn't realize it was you using his account in the chat.
Yeah.
I see the cake slice.
Yeah,
okay.
Let them eat cake.
Who is this Bust More Nuts? He's got various names, I think.
I think he may have been called Be More Busker at some time.
Is that Be More Busker?
You think it used to be?
Hello, Wendy.
But I also subscribe. 2 more subscriptions, and I have more subscribers than Ponyboy.
You see, all these people are coming over because I'm here.
Hopefully, they're real people, not just bots.
They're mods for my channel. I talk with them all the time.
Oh, okay.
Wendy and mine, Mirage. Do you choose straws as well, Hank? Like, what's her name? Noelle? Has Noelle been here flashing her pancake titties?
Only the last time you were here.
She tried to flash her titties, and I saw her do that on another. Somebody said well, I didn't see it, but somebody mentioned she did that on a live stream, someone else's show the other day.
Yeah, she only does it for you. She doesn't show me anything. It's very annoying.
She doesn't show you anything. You mean she doesn't? She only shows you the straw.
Yeah, only the straw.
She won't show you her retarded titties.
Nope.
Okay.
Not you. She won't even sex me.
Did you know I heard her dad is half retarded? Her father?
I didn't know.
They do live streams sometimes in a car together. And when he's told how bad she's been, he just says, too bad. Too bad. When somebody says she's been cursing at King Stephen. Oh, hey, Annie.
Hi.
Hello.
Did you get the job?
Hello. I got my dream job. I just came back from the onboarding meeting. So, yeah, I got, it was a job that didn't even have an open position. I just like emailed the owner and said, hey, I want to work here. And it worked. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. So it's like I was applying for a variety of things, even just like janitorial work, just to
You're
supplement.
working at Microsoft?
No.
Oh.
No, I got a job at a busy massage clinic where I'm able to do the barefoot massage. So I'll be able to do the work that I like to do.
Oh, okay.
And it pays really well. So I was just looking for a side gig, and I was looking at some stuff that only paid like 20 an hour. And this is like, 40 plus an hour, probably like 40 to 60 an hour. So
damn good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Is still open to shining King Stephen's shoes? Can you get those things filled?
I would. I don't really need it. I don't really need the money now that I've got my job situation sorted out. But
well, you could walk on my back with your feet. I'd pay you.
Okay, yeah, that would be worth. Yeah, be worth more than shoe shining. I hear an echo. Is that just
I have a stiff back? I got a sore back.
Yeah, you would like it. Have you ever tried barefoot massage?
No, I've never had it before.
Yeah, most people prefer it once they try it. It feels really good.
I bet. An Asian offered that to me one time, but I didn't trust her. I thought it was maybe one of those shady places where they don't have any windows or something.
Well, you don't necessarily want windows, but yeah, a lot of.
I don't know. I thought it was one of those places that they say, "Me love you long time. You want happy ending."
Yeah,
something like that.
So a lot of times, if it says Asian massage, not for all of them, but a lot of times it is a front for trafficking. And a lot of times the people that work there are indentured servants. So you have to
I don't like most college students.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
well, the only indentured servants I want to pay are the ones I have working for me. I don't want to pay some other place. Yeah. Because did you hear my Aunt Jemima song? I've got a servant. I wrote a song for her, though. It was a thank you song.
Oh, that's good. Do you like
Hank
tip her as well, or just write her songs?
I write her songs. I pay her money. She's a paid servant. She's not a slave.
Oh, that's
good. Do you pay her more than her new place pays Annie?
No, I don't pay her that much, Hank, because I don't want her to get too rich and leave and think that she's too good to make my pancakes and bacon and eggs. And
yeah, she might stop shining your shoes.
Wouldn't it be nice if your servant was so rich that their servants had servants?
Well, I am that rich, but I'm not that generous. I'm just honest. I'm very honest, but I pay her, I think, maybe, what is it? $23.33 an hour, something like that.
That's not bad. I mean, it's better than a lot of things.
Yeah. She also gets compliments, and sometimes I'll give her a hug and pat her ass or something. You know.
Oh my goodness, Hazel! No, she stole my crochet hook.
Oh no!
You cunt! Oh my god, this is the
What?
one I'm using for the project that I'm making right now. No, I can't finish my project.
Oh no!
I gotta order a new set of these right now. Oh my
Copy that.
god.
Oh damn!
Stupid bitch. She's mad at me because I got a job. My schedule was different this morning. Even though Russ stayed home with her, she's still mad at me
Hazel.
because I
She
left.
cheated? Oh. Hank, has a
Crochet
dog ever
hooks.
peed in your shoes when they're mad at you?
No.
My
None will
nephew had a
dare.
dog. They got mad at him and they peed in his shoes a couple times, and it was always his. So the dog was mad at him.
I want to find the exact same ones because I like those. Maybe order history. So, does everybody hear an echo, or is it just me, or why is that happening?
I do hear an echo.
I don't.
It's coming from your mic.
Me?
From mine?
No, not yours, Annie.
Oh, okay.
Mine?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, and StreamYard's kind of busted. You have echo cancellation on, but it's not canceling the echo. So maybe they're
What the
like
hell?
processing power.
Yeah, I've got echo cancellation on. I'll try turn it off. Hello, is this better?
Mic check.
Mic check.
I
Mic
hear
check.
coming. I hear myself coming on your mic.
What? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, I hear an echo.
Cows, man. I turned echo on again. Echo cancellation. What's wrong with this?
Okay, let's try it now.
Hello? Mic check.
It's kind of canceling a little bit of echo now.
Really?
Yeah, it's slightly better, but still, I can hear myself. So Luna says earphones might help. Do you have any earphones? Maybe gold-plated ones? Or
I do.
platinum-plated? Oh, okay.
I do. Should I get them? And
Yes.
echo. I want to know who this Bust More Nuts guy is, because this guy, I don't trust that guy in the chat room. He's mocking me.
Oh, here they are. Okay.
Yeah. Go to the description and come to the panel. I prefer mocking on panels rather than chat, so it could be content.
What chats? It could be content. Does he make content?
Freaking the hell am I know? Let me check.
Bust More Nuts. He sounds degenerate.
I agree.
Yeah.
Luckily, YouTube made a change in February where all the names dereference to channels now.
You know, I was on Zatoichi's channel. It was everyone was echoing, every guest. And then I saw it on Talcott's. What's wrong with StreamYard?
I don't know. I'm gonna move off it soon. There's a couple of applications I'm going to install and try out. Probably today. The one that looks most promising is Apache Open Meetings. It's a Java app. Hey, Dominic.
How's it going? What's up?
Oh, hey, Dominic. I saw you on Joshua S. John's live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Recently. I tried to get on there. They kicked me off right away.
There was some dude on there who was a troll. They probably thought you were going to troll like he was.
I'm not a troll. I'm a king.
Yeah, that guy was going on about how it's good to be a slave and
what? Good to be a slave.
Yes.
What? Oh, this guy's a troll, I think.
He has
yeah,
content.
Seymour. That's him, Seymour Butts. He's the same asshole that was talking about me on Talcott's when I went on there. He was making up shit. He got banned from my channel, I think, years ago. He was complaining, saying I banned him for no reason. I figured that was him.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Yeah, he's retarded. He's retarded. Somebody said that guy took an IQ test. He couldn't even get 50. Did you know 100 is average in the U.S.?
Yes,
Somewhere around 100, 101.
Technically, IQ is supposed to be average to 100, no matter where. Except if you go do the whole world, then it kind of
No. In Africa, the average in most African countries is like 67. That's their average. It's low.
The place where they eat bush meat.
Yeah,
It's legal
they eat
still.
bush meat.
Yes.
Oh, it's legal. They don't ask them any questions. They cook up baboons in a pot, and they eat baboon paws and the hands, and oh, it's awful. They cook the head, and they're eating the head meat.
What kind of spices do they use?
Some kind of darky spices. I'm not exactly sure. It's off of the trees. They get it off the leaves, I think.
Pepper?
No, they don't have pepper.
Okay. I don't know what the hell grows in South
One was
Sahara.
called Oprah something. Spice.
I mean,
Do you know what spices the darkies use, Dominic?
No, I don't even think I know what that question means.
I mean, like North African stuff. It's like they use a lot of apricots, right? And
Oh, in Morocco, you mean?
yeah,
We're talking about the darkies in the jungle, though. There's these tribes that just they'll eat like a baboon out of a bowl, and
you barely have
They're
lots of
savage.
spices.
they eat the brains, and maybe that is already just like marinated in the cerebral spinal fluid, and maybe that makes it taste good.
Oh gosh,
I can't pronounce any of those.
Hank, you're dark. You should be able to pronounce all this stuff.
I should, but I'm just too dumb. I can't pronounce it.
But it's in your genes genetically. You should know this stuff.
It's not my memes, though. I'm American. My memes.
Nagaja, peri peri. I've heard of peri peri chicken. The darkies love peri peri chicken.
Only because it's
Peri
chicken.
peri.
Only because it's chicken, though.
It's chicken, but it's spicy. Peri peri is a spicy. It's a chili, like a hot chili pepper. I've had it. I've had African food, believe it or not. I tried it, and it was different. It reminded me of maybe my people that had darkies working on plantations, and they were probably cooking that food
Why this is
centuries ago. When they used to work picking cotton, like when we could pay them a few bucks a year to pick cotton. I'd pay them to pick cotton these days I wouldn't pay them for reparations, but if they wanted to pick some cotton for my aspirin bottles or something, I would pay them.
So, are you gonna fly out and cook some monkey hands in a Dutch oven?
No, I wouldn't cook monkey. I don't even cook. I pay darkies to cook for me, like Aunt Jemima.
No.
I don't make my own pancakes or bacon and eggs. I have her making my food for me.
But yeah, I would use a Dutch oven and not whatever the hell they would use, a cauldron. Nah, I would use a Dutch oven.
Hey, Dominic, have you ever used a Dutch oven before?
No. No,
Okay.
I can't.
Have you ever had a baboon paw or eaten a baboon's head in a stew?
No,
Pot?
no.
They eat that over there.
Well,
Oh, Dominic,
Maybe
in your
it's
view,
smarter.
no, they're dumber. Their IQ's way lower. They haven't even discovered the wheel yet. They don't have microchips or anything. But
The
Dominic,
video don't mean that they're smart.
well, they're dumb. It's not just they don't have microchips. They communicate with each other going.
Well,
They got click.
that
Yeah.
just means that they are the microchip and they don't need this external crap.
No, they
They're
make
actually
Tigger sound.
superior.
Dude, they eat with their mouths open. They spit food out everywhere, and they just bite into stuff, and they grab hot food out of a boiling cauldron and burn their hands. They don't know how to cool their food down on a plate. Like they're just retarded. I think a baboon's smarter than they are.
The who's eating who?
Well, they're eating the baboon, but sometimes the baboon will nibble at them as well. It'll steal a little darky child and eat one once in a while.
Did you want to ask me a question? You wanted to ask me a question.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts on this reality? Do you think that we're slaves, or do you think that we're causing all the evil here? Is your theory that we're causing the evil in this realm?
Man, you really want to hear me go on about it?
I do.
Yeah, I want to hear you go on about it. They didn't let you talk much over there on Joshua's channel.
Yeah, they did. They weren't that bad.
I thought he was terrible. I thought he sucked.
Typically, the atheist panels are worse. You know.
Oh yeah, the atheist panels are the
What about
absolute
that Keith guy? That guy had a big ego. That asshole that was there on that one live stream. He was just a real asshole.
Yeah, Dom and I went to one.
Don't remember.
Yeah, Dom and I went to the same atheist panel the same day, and they I think they told me to just go away because they didn't like that they couldn't make a good argument against.
Really?
Yeah.
They just said go away. Is that what they said?
Yeah, they begged me to leave, but they don't have to kick me.
I went to an atheist panel last week somewhere on YouTube. I can't think of the channel name. And I was with these atheists. I think it was 7 of them. There was 8 of us. And they started calling me God. And I was like, I thought you guys are atheists. And they said, well, you've convinced us. You're a God.
They're obsessed with God. All atheists on these panels are obsessed with God.
Yeah.
They literally worship the whole where the god of classical theism used to be. They worship a whole.
Why does that Keith asshole yell so much? He's yelling, shouting all the time. That guy sucks. He's a psycho.
I forgot who that was. I have to go back and watch.
Oh, he was a loud guy. He believes in the Anunnaki.
But there was some other dude there. Yeah, no, was his name? His name's not Keith, was he? There was another dude there who I shut down. That was the dude who likes the Anunnaki. Was the dude who I told you said we should be slaves, and he's quoting the Anunnaki as to why we should be slaves.
Keith believes though. Keith used to have videos on his channel about the Anunnaki. He's a believer in all that stupid shit. Anunnaki, Nibiru, all that stupid planet shit, just bullshit. He's a retard. He's kind of like an angry homeless bum. Sometimes I throw burnt toast out the window for the hobos like him.
Like Tommy? He's like Tommy?
Well, Keith lives in a truck, I think. He's been homeless multiple times for years. And he just lives. I'd rather feed the raccoons than feed these hobos. I don't like hobos. Do you like them very much, Dominic? Or you were on a cruise recently, weren't you?
I interact with the homeless people. I don't have a problem. You know,
Do you ever throw dry bread at them or dry toast?
I bought this one dude who was sitting outside of the grocery store. He was a white guy and he looked really sunburnt, so I knew he was suffering. So I got him some granola bars.
Was he gay?
There's no way for me to tell. I'm gonna assume probably not.
He could have been though.
Can't anyone?
Not anyone, but most people aren't gay. Buttered toast is only for raccoons and the toast with jam. See, this is the way the hobos look. Look at them gathering around this bread. I threw some dry bread out earlier. I didn't want it. I told Aunt Jemima I don't want any toast today. I just want bacon, eggs, pancakes, and use the good syrup.
That doesn't
Canadian
look right
mix.
at all. That looks like fresh Texas toast.
Well, it's not that fresh. It just looks better in the picture.
Oh, okay, if you say so. So, Fast More Nuts. The link's in the description under the video.
Hank,
And
he's too retarded to find the link. He
Yeah.
can't find it.
yeah, so if you copy and paste the link, you can get on. And if you can't, then it gets you stuck out there. But go
He's stuck. He can't do it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if he's on a phone, it is a bit inaccessible.
fine.
He needs a link right in the chat because he's a moron. He can't do it.
Okay.
I don't think he can figure out his way on here. He's asking for help. He's saying, "Please, I'm drowning, Hank. Help me." He's
Okay.
basically admitting. Yeah, there you go. Because he basically admitted he's a retard. I would say.
Well, we're gonna. I am at least gonna find out if he is or isn't. You know, I'm gonna assume he's not.
Are you going to ask him though if he is?
Well, that's not. Even if I were to ask someone that, who's gonna say yes? I'm a retard.
I may.
Some of them do.
I may say yes,
No.
even though it's a lie. But I may say
He
less
might
than-
say yes. He calls himself Seymour Butts and Bust More Nuts. Dominic, he's kind of a degenerate. This guy, he's not good.
I want to
He
see who
kisses up to Jack.
that is.
Well, he kisses up to Jack Talcott. He sucks on Talcott's balls, and it's gross. you know what I mean?
Is that what
He's got a
does?
mouthful of Jack's balls. He's gross. You went on a cruise though recently. How was it?
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it was really
afraid
good
of
fun.
cruises.
How'd you get the money to go on that cruise? What do you do for a living, Dominic?
I just. Oh, okay. I see who Keith is now.
Are you an assassin?
No, I just my
work for the
family goes to casinos and they got a free cruise and they gave it to me, so I went on the cruise.
Oh, wow. You got a free trip, free cruise. Was it
Yeah.
to Alaska?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
How was
cool. It was cool.
Did you swim in the water?
No, it was too cold. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
want to go swimming on the cruise ship because there's too many people in there.
Oh, did they have an indoor pool?
They had an indoor one and an outdoor one.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Ricardo.
Did you have?
Hi, Hank.
Did you happen
How's
to
it
pee
going,
off
mate?
the side of the ship?
Shut up, Stephen.
No, I didn't.
Would you piss on this guy for me, Dominic?
I'm
This
here.
idiot that uses all these stupid names.
today.
Uses a lot of names. Ricardo's a retard.
I don't know who he
Let me
is.
let me talk
He's
to
a
Hank a
retard.
minute. You know me.
He's
You
a
remember me,
retard.
Hank?
Yes,
From,
go ahead.
Gen X Jeff.
Yes.
He's a retard. He hangs out with the
talked on
gays
that.
and weirdos. This guy's a
No,
faggot.
I know. Let him say something to me.
Okay, Hank, but this
Shut
guy's a
up.
faggot. I'm warning you.
You're so
Thanks for letting
warning
me
you.
know.
Stephen.
I'm warning you.
Do you know why you're so unpopular?
Shut up,
on these two
faggot.
cheap streets. Do you know why
I'm the
you're
most
so
popular.
unpopular?
You just
I'm the
messed
best
up.
guest.
I'll tell you why. I'll
You
tell you
just
why.
messed up.
Because
You
you're the only.
addressed Steven when you
You're
were
like the
supposed to
only.
address Hank. Now
Yeah,
Steven's
I'm
never
sorry.
going to let you
So,
address
I'm
him.
going to
Ricardo,
I'm going to
you-
deal
you-
with Stephen first.
fine,
He's
go
an idiot.
ahead.
Thank you. Shouldn't take long. So I'll tell you why you're so unpopular around these streets.
You're a dick
It's
sucker.
because you slag everyone off. You only have
You're a
bad
dick
things
sucker.
to say about people. You're
Oh.
horrible. You're a troll.
I'm the
You're a
loving
shit.
king. Hank said when I came on, I don't know how anyone could not like you. I'm
did
the
say that.
loving
Love
king.
anyone.
Yeah.
You've just been slagging
I
people
did
off.
say that.
I'm the.
Calling people
Hey,
names.
Ricardo, can you fucking read?
How
I'm
is
the
that
loving
loving?
king. Look at my name. I'm the loving king. Look at my
You
name,
can
dummy.
You can try and define yourself however you like, but
Look at my name, dummy. I'm the
at
loving
the end
king.
of the day, your actions speak louder than your words.
I'm the loving king.
Okay.
Are you stupid or something? I'm the loving king.
Love me then.
Everybody loves me except for you.
Love me.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
He wants you to love him a long time.
Look at the chat
Love
room.
me
Wendy
long time.
loves me. Mine Mirage loves me. Hank loves me. And Dominic loves me. You're the only one here that doesn't, Ricardo. You're a retard.
I love Hank. I love you.
I'm the loving king.
I mean to say,
I'm the most loving king. I'm the nicest, most loving king.
I love your.
See, nobody
YouTube
likes
presence.
you because you never shut up. You talk over people all the
You're
time,
talking
Ricardo.
over me, dickhead.
You're always talking
You
over.
got no
You
respect.
never shut up.
You got
You
to
never
know
shut up.
respect. Hey,
Get some
shut up
respect,
your
you
face.
ugly fuck.
Shut up
Ugly
your
fuck.
face.
You're ugly.
Am I?
Were you born deformed?
No, I'm pretty sure I wasn't. All this shit is in your mind, isn't it? All this crap, all this negative crap comes out of your brain. Nobody
Hank,
else
this
is.
guy was crying on Talcott's show saying I banned him.
Weirdo.
He said, "Oh, you banned me for no reason."
I mean, you banned me too. I don't really care. I could get a message to you anyway. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I've only banned 500 or 600 people. It's not everyone.
Yes.
It usually takes a while for me to get banned from a channel, but
I can
managed
hear
to-
echoes. Did you get
I
your
managed to do it on
Julie
yours in
rusted
5 minutes.
earbuds?
I've got earbuds in.
I couldn't find him. Aunt Jemima. Oh, Aunt Jemima.
Am I ugly?
Oh, that
Ugly,
face,
my-
that deformed face. Oh no, look at that. Look at the eyes and the nose. Oh, damn.
I mean,
You
who's
want-
the retard now
oh.
if I need earbuds?
Oh, Jesus, look at this. Oh.
I'm wearing earbuds.
Yeah, I'm wearing earbuds
Oh.
too. You know, there's only one of us here who's not wearing earbuds.
I'm not wearing earbuds. I'm trying to talk louder because people can't hear me when this idiot talks over me.
You just
He's
can't handle the
interrupting so
competition,
much.
can you, Stephen?
He just keeps interrupting.
Any
See, he did it
competition.
again.
Any
He
competition.
just did it again.
Any
He
competition.
just did it again.
Any
He's
competition
interrupting. He's
is too
talking
much,
over.
Isn't it? You
See,
can't
he's
handle
talking
it.
over again.
You're a
This
pussy.
guy's a retard.
You're a
This
faggot.
guy's a retard.
I
You're a
mean, you
retard.
know I'm not wearing
Faggot.
earbuds, so it's
He's
hard
a
for me to tell
retard.
now. It's hard for me to tell.
He's not a musician. He's a retard. He has Talcott's balls in his mouth.
I'm not a musician.
That's what he sounds like.
Do you know what my
Mm-hmm.
favorite? Do you know what my favorite instrument is? I've got it right here. You don't, do you? You don't have a clue.
That's your favorite.
So I actually have a question,
Trumpet.
Stephen, about
I'll show
Talcott's
you.
pulse.
I'll show you because
Do you think he shaves his pole?
bad faith actor, obviously, Stephen.
I don't
Stephen's a
think
bad-
Ricardo.
Stephen's a bad faith
can-
actor. Everyone.
I don't think
Bad faith.
Ricardo can afford a shaver. Look at the demonic eyes coming out. He's so triggered.
He obviously can.
I banned Hank. Did you know I banned this guy just because he's ugly? He showed up and I said this guy's ugly, and I banned him just for that reason.
How horribly judgmental.
He's
of you,
ugly.
Stephen.
He's ugly.
How horribly
He
judgmental.
seems
of
good
you.
enough to me.
He just looks demonic, and I said I don't like the look of this creature, this creepy creature,
Come up then, pussy.
and
Show
I
us your
banned
beau-
him.
Show us your beautiful
I
face.
banned
That's a
him.
good point. That's a good point. Yeah, why
I
do you
banned him.
What a
Yeah.
hypocrite.
Yeah, that's a good point. You want to show how you go head to head? there?
I'm naked. I'm not turning on my camera right now. I'm naked.
But you're rich. You should have clothes. You should be able to afford
Oh, I have
Fucking
clothes.
on them, weirdo.
I
You
have clothes.
You have a loincloth at least?
I have
Loincloth and a
clothes,
bra?
but there's not enough room on panel for my number. I have clothes, but I'm not showing off here.
If you have a loincloth and a bra, you should be good.
Ricardo
This is
is
my
a fro. I
favorite
think he's a tiny hat. I think he's a Jew. Turn your head sideways. Show that big schnoz. He's got a Jewish nose.
This
Are
is a
you
Zionist
Jewish?
channel, though. So it's
No, hold on. Are
If
you
he's a
Jewish? Is this guy?
If he's
Hold on,
Jewish,
Hank.
it's good.
Would it
Is this
help me
guy a
hate-
Jew?
would
Is
it
he a
help
Jew?
you- Would it help you hate me more if I said I was a Jew?
No, turn your head sideways.
No. Would it
Turn
help
your head
you
to
more?
the side.
No.
Turn
Would
your
it
head
help
to the
you
side.
more?
I want to see.
Shut
You didn't
the
even
I
fuck
want
turn
to
the
see what
camera
kind of
on, though.
nose you have.
You ain't my
You got a
master. Shut the
schnoz?
fuck up.
Turn your head to the side. I want to see if you got a schnoz. That's so annoying. Yeah, play. How annoying this guy is. Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
Give me orders.
I get
Turn your head to
we
the
can do a
side.
duet.
You're not even my friend.
Show that big schnoz. I know you got a Jewish nose. See, he turned his camera off now. He's a Jew. He's a matzo ball super from Tel Aviv. He's got a big
What
schnoz.
you want to do is judge people and call them
He
names.
doesn't want to show his nose.
What is wrong with you?
You got a schnoz.
Yeah,
you
you've
got a
mental
schnoz.
illness. You've got a mental illness.
You got a schnoz.
There's no cure, is there?
Oh, is that something to make fun of? Honk, 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 honk.
No cure for narcissism.
What was that?
Stephen.
It's a harmonica. I can't play
He's
with
a
him.
narcissistic Jew. I like Hank better than this Ricardo guy. This Ricardo guy's ruining the show.
Well, you banned me for no reason, so...
It's a matzo ball soup. No, I told you the reason. You're
so
ugly and demonic.
You're an idiot.
I had
You judge
reasons.
people.
You're
prejudge
ugly and
people.
demonic, fucker.
You're an idiot. I'm a musician.
You
I'm
are.
a good person.
You're
I've got
not a
loads of
musician.
friends. I've got loads
You're
of
not a
friends.
good person.
Most of them are banned.
You're a degenerate.
You're a fucking troll.
You're a degenerate.
You're a hateful little troll.
You're a
So
degenerate.
Go away, Stephen.
You're a degenerate.
No one
You're a
likes
degenerate.
you. You're not even really
Everyone
welcome
likes
here.
me. No
You're
one
only
here likes you.
tolerated.
Listen to this idiot.
How many channels have you been banned from, Stephen? How many times do you go back
You're
to
banned
Jack
from
Albot?
mine. You're
Every
banned from
time-
mine.
Every time.
I'm on Telcots all the
You're
time.
an idiot.
I
You're the
own
worst
you.
host- You're the worst
You're a big
co-host ever,
matzo ball
Stephen.
soup nose.
Worst co-host ever.
Best co-host ever. You're a liar. You got a big schnoz. You have a Tel Aviv nose. And you're yappy. That's
What's
why I
wrong with
banned
big
you.
nose?
You're ugly, you're stupid, you're yappy, and you're a demon.
Well, thanks for
You're
your
staying
opinion,
here in
but
this
I
realm.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your shitty opinions. All right, try.
Did
Oh,
he-
you're a degenerate.
Did you find the exit yet, Steven? Because that'd be great.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
okay.
Is
Why are you
Dominic
still
still here?
here?
Real-
Yeah,
a
Dominic
real-
is here.
Hey, Dom. He's cool. He's
I
a
have
Did
a
you call him
question.
dumb?
Yeah,
He's not-
Don't call him dumb.
yeah, Dom's fine. But if you found the exit, why are you still here?
Because I'm having fun.
I was AFK. Now I'm back.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, Dominic, do you believe in reincarnation? Do you think that that's real?
Yes.
Do you think that Ricardo will reincarnate as a deformed toad in his next life? Possibly.
Just reincarnating as a human again is enough
Mm.
punishments.
Well, it's not a trick question, though. Do you think he could possibly reincarnate as a lower life form,
I could
Then even
reincarnate
the-
as someone like you, and then
the
I'd be really
degenerate-
screwed.
the
wouldn't
degenerate human that he is?
I don't
Mine
think
Mirage said,
so.
Hank,
I
why are
don't-
you asking King Stephen to go? Sorry for interrupting, but mine Mirage was asking Hank
You
something.
don't have, Stephen, you don't have any friends. You're friendless. No one likes you around here. You make
I've got
yourself
friends
so
right
unpopular.
here. I've got Hank as a friend,
make
Dominic,
yourself-
Wendy, mine
I
Mirage.
know, I'm not
I have
trying
more
to
friends
have a
here
go.
than you
I'm
can
not trying to,
you
like,
can count, dummy.
we can
You're
pretend.
lying. You're a liar.
I can
Let
pretend I
Dominic
like.
answer the
I
question.
can pretend I
You're
like
cutting him
you,
off. He was talking
but
about
it'd only
reincarnation.
be pretending. So I'm not going to
So
do
what?
that.
I don't care if you like me. You're a
I don't.
retard. Go ahead,
don't.
Dominic. Answer the.
You're an idiot
Carry on. Don't let this guy ruin the show.
and a low life.
I don't think that if you're a human that you're just going to reincarnate as a lower life form. Even if you do, the lower life forms like a toad don't live as long as a human, so you'll probably just come back as a human again But your soul or your essence, just the fact that it inhabits the human form means that it's in a different place of consciousness and awareness than the animals and their spirits.
Fair enough, but what if you found out it was possible to degrade, to go down to lower life forms? Would that
I don't
worry
think
you?
there are any lower
Yeah,
forms.
they're doing that now with transhumanism.
It's in your mind.
Good point.
Do you think they created Ricardo in a lab, maybe from a retarded hamster or something?
So you think like a spider or a scorpion is a lower life form than a human, do you?
Well,
So-
I mean, we can call them lower life forms, but they're still life forms to be respected. The only reason they're lower is because their choices have less of an impact on the world.
Yeah. And
Well,
they
I don't
have
mean it as an insult calling them lower. I just think that they might be lower life forms, but they're still higher than Ricardo. They're still smarter than he is.
never happier than when you're slagging someone off, are you, Stephen?
He's smarter than a toad. A toad is smarter than Ricardo. I do travel with the loving king travels with a gorgeous entourage. Wendy, mine, Mirage. I have my harem of women, and I think Ricardo's just an envious loser incel. That's what I think.
You should really get to know someone before you start judging them, Stephen. Otherwise, you just look like an absolute idiot. You prejudge people you don't even know.
We don't have a
Very-
problem with judging a book by its cover here. We don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
We're very shallow here.
He looks retarded, therefore he is retarded, right, Hank? Ricardo. He's
I
not a
wouldn't go that
musician.
far. I wouldn't go that far, but I'm okay with judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, try your own advice, Ricardo. You're judgmental and insulting
fantastic
and rude.
musician.
You're a shithead.
Fantastic
You're a piece of
musician.
shit.
Your thing there says Taoist musician. What is that?
Taoist is it's my belief.
But-
Taoism is the second most popular religion, if you like, of China and the East.
So what?
Okay,
So
so
what?
music for Taoism?
There's the Bible. There's the Taoist Bible, the Tao Te Ching.
Yep, I have it.
That's a really good. It's a really good little read.
It stinks. It's crappy.
But it's not the kind of book that you just kind of read from cover to cover, front to back. You just
It's for
dive into it
retards.
anyway.
It's
It's
not
like
the kind of book a Jedi would read to you.
It's like a futuristic prophecy manual.
A prophet.
It lists
Toilet
every.
paper.
I
It
thought the
lists
Tao
every-
didn't move.
It lists every psychological state and every situation of life. So it's very, very full of wisdom. And that's what I follow.
So you make music based off of that?
Not really. It's just two aspects of my character. I thought I just put together. But there's so many. What
He's
kind of
just
music?
a wannabe. He's a pretender.
What kind of music do you like, Dom? Or Hank? What are your favorite kinds of music?
Tom,
Styles.
you go first.
Rock, mostly.
Rock's awesome. It's probably one of my favorites as well.
Dominic would love my music, I think.
Yeah,
I think he would probably love my music.
Yeah, I
You
mostly
make-
like
you make
synthesized
music?
computer music. Yeah, he does. You want?
I've never heard
Yeah, I
you.
do. You don't know
Let's play
anything
the
about
video.
me.
I
Yeah,
do.
You
let's play it
judge
again.
without knowing me. You don't
do,
know
actually.
anything.
I've seen your art.
No,
I've
you
seen your
don't.
art. Yeah,
You
I
don't
do.
know anything about me.
I've seen your
No, you
art.
don't.
Mhm.
You don't know anything about me.
I've seen your art, but it's not that good. It's a bit
You
generic.
don't know
to be
anything
honest.
about me. You're a retard.
One time I heard Steven sing Mr. Rogers and Jack. It's a while ago.
Yeah,
I have
you,
heard sing.
you
I'll
wanna play
drop a
the-
link in the backstage for Hank.
Yeah, you
You're
want to play
projecting,
the Aunt
Steve.
Jemima song again that you made?
No, I'm playing a rock song for Dominic. He likes rock
Oh, okay.
music.
Let's go get that.
I-
Then.
Come on,
There's a
play us-
rock song in the private. A
Oh.
link.
Well, we can all listen to rock music in the background. But I like the Rolling
You don't run the
Stones.
show. Just shut up and listen, Ricardo. Learn something. Learn
I like
some
Metallica.
manners. You're so
I
rude.
like Metallica.
I'm trying to take over the show. You're rude.
Yeah, I can't play it. I'm not no hints on anything.
Hank can play it for you.
So I've got a lot to say. Okay. I'll mute myself.
I will use your mind against you. I will disarm you with the truth. With the truth. I will seek you through the darkness, storming. I will wreck you like an apocalypse, warring. A spiritual battle. A spiritual reckoning.
Nice violin.
I will hunt you with my spirit. Hunt you. Haunt you. Haunt you. Raven eyes will watch you flying high above. Wherever you may roam, you will be seen in your dreams. Watched by me. You will
Fucking
be
AI music.
watched by my ravens and crows. You will
What kind of song is the same
find
there,
your
music?
refuge. You will
So
have
generic.
no home. Hell is forever. Your tomb is here. You cursed evil demons. Evil demons will burn you in the fire, cannibalizing each other forever and ever. Here where you belong. No moon, no sun, darkness and pain will be your forever and ever. Cursed beings.
Oh, that's quite clever. Quite like that. It's okay.
Yeah, we do art here. Not on those other channels like Orthodox guy when they do pretend they're gonna fight each other.
What do you think, Dominic? You like rock
I'm not here
music?
to fight. I'm not here to fight anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like some Viking or Game of Thrones type music. If it was rock,
There's a touch of Norse influence in there, wasn't there? Hank, who made that? Who made that song?
Steven did.
Oh, really? Sounds like AI music. You didn't sing it, though, did you, Stephen? You weren't singing in that.
Yeah, I did. That's my voice, dummy. You must be a moron.
Doesn't sound like it.
You must be a Jewish loser. Yeah, it does
You sound like a
it.
woman. You sound like a woman when you sing, do you?
Your girlfriend singing too.
But
Oh,
yeah,
is
on
it?
Orthodox
That was-
Life channel, they have an
That was
actor and a
Hank's mother.
scammer
It was okay.
pretending that they're gonna fight each other because they pretend to get in a scuffle after GridCon. It's really stupid.
Hank-
It's really stupid.
Hank, do you think Ricardo might be a big-nosed, envious Jew?
I like
Could that be
Orthodox.
possible?
Life. It's my mate.
There's a Zionist channel, so if it is, it's a good thing.
Could it be possible, though?
Yeah, it's possible.
Why do you hate Jews so much, anyway?
What are you
racist?
talking about? I never said it. Racist. What did you say?
Why do you hate Jews?
You
so
sound
much,
so
anyway?
generic. Hate Jews. You sound like a lefty making assumptions. You sound like
You're
a weakling.
obsessed. You're obsessed with
You're
Jews.
obsessed.
Jews.
You're obsessed.
Weird.
You're obsessed with calling people racist. You're a weakling. Racist? What are you talking about? You sound weak.
Well,
Why does your coochie chakra hurt?
You're talking about.
Why do you
people's
sound like a
rights.
pussy?
You're talking
Why do you
about,
sound like a pussy?
dude?
Answer the
you're talking
question.
about
Why do you
people's
sound like a
personal
pussy? I'll
appearance.
keep asking. Why do you sound like a pussy? Why would you call someone racist? What are you talking
Shut the
about?
fuck up, you prick.
What are you talking about,
about-
pussy?
Can you just mute him for a second, Hank?
You're a pussy.
I can't
No,
even
don't
finish
mute
the
me. Don't
sentence
mute
here.
me. Shut up.
Please just let me talk.
Shut up. You keep talking over.
So you keep talking about people's personal appearances like it's any of your business. But everyone here, you got to remember, everyone here is here because they want to be here. We're friends.
Everyone
you know,
here,
we
everyone
talk.
here.
We want to get to know each other.
You're just a
But how are
big-nosed
we
Jew.
gonna-
You're an
how are we
envious,
gonna
hateful
do
Jew.
that if you just keep
You're an envious, hateful Jew.
people off, you fucking weirdo.
Hey,
Huh?
so
You're not going to get anywhere like that, dude.
made my video where I broke down the word.
Oh yes.
I defined it.
Me. Yeah, I'll go get it then.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've seen you, Stephen, and you've got a fat face. You've probably got a fat belly.
You're
as
an
well.
envious, fucking ugly Jew with a big nose.
You've got a fat
That's
face.
what you are.
Fat face.
You're
You've got a fat
ruining the
face.
show.
You've got a fat face.
You're such a rude asshole. You're ruining the show. I don't care what you think of me. Who cares?
Cool.
Everyone in the chat agrees. You're a loser.
Don't talk about my personal appearance. You can't handle it.
Show your big Jew nose.
You're ugly and fat, Stephen, and old.
Look, there's my face right
Not
there.
at all.
Old, ugly, and fat. You are. I certainly wouldn't want to be
I'll
like
put it in
you.
the private and
He
public
sounds
chat,
very triggered.
just in case we don't get through it all. So what
This
I'm
video-
exposing him. He's showing what he is.
Today I'm going to be making a video that is a qualitative breakdown of the explanation that I provided in my Knowing God through
There's
Dom,
an echo. I think Ricardo's talking.
I
Mike.
interrupted you with yourself. What did you want to say, Dom?
I'm telling Stephen that this video I made here answers my question of what I think of the spirit and our place and reincarnation, or more specifically, how it happens.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
physics video. So there I used physics and mathematical topology to explain the relationship between spirit and matter, as well as God's role in it. Today, I'm going to do the same thing, but from a qualitative perspective. And instead of using the topological unified field theory, I'm going to use the topological metaphor and use specific words, as well as break down their dictionary definitions and etymologies to show and communicate exactly what the topological metaphor means, as well as what the topological unified field theory is communicating. So first, the topological metaphor posits that existence exists in three states, as depicted here. You have God, or the primordial, and this primordial is an ever-present substrate that's everywhere. And from this substrate, things come about, as this is depicted here as the cosmos. And the cosmos is basically a boundary within this substrate where information conforms to a specific standard set by the geometrics or mathematical constants that have arranged the information there to be that particular way, coming from the primordial or the ever-present eternal substrate. And then within the cosmos, you get space or particles. And from these particles, you basically have objects that are subjected to the geometric constraints of the cosmos. So you have the eternal medium. The eternal medium reduces itself or creates boundaries within itself that we know as universes. And within these universes, objects take shape. So to understand the eternal medium, we're first going to look at the word plenum. And the word plenum means a space or all space, every part which is full of matter. And also the third definition, I think, is probably the best for this one, the quality or state of being full. And also a plenum is in HVAC, it's a thing for HVAC. And what it does is it balances the hot air and the cold air. And depending on your AC setting, distributes the hot air or the cold air. So the plenum is just the primordial, and it's full of potential. Within the primordial is everything that can possibly happen. This is what it means to be full, because it contains all things. And so what the plenum does is it reduces that potential into geometric layers that we call, or that the topological metaphor referred to as the cosmos, or the geometrics. And if we look at the etymology of plenum, it means a filled space or the fullness of matter in space. And space is just full of potential. The eternal medium is full of potential, ready to manifest and reduce itself. And it comes from pele, which means to fill. It's filled itself with potential. And if we look to Parmenides, he offers a pretty good explanation for what that means. And I do show this quote a lot, but there's a lot of truth in it. We can speak and think only of what exists, and what exists is uncreated and imperishable, for it is whole and unchanging and complete. It is not, and nor shall be different, since it is now all at once and continuous. What does it mean to be all at once and continuous? And what does it mean to be unchanging and complete? It means to be full. It means to be in a state where nothing can be added to it and nothing can be taken away from it. For the moment that you were to take away something from the plenum or the primordial, it would no longer be one and whole and complete. It would be missing something. So it is impossible to destroy the possibilities or the limitless potential within the eternal substrate. So it's eternal. It's constantly, it never runs out of things to experience. This is what it means to have limitless potential. And another word we can think of for it is data, like raw data, which means a fact given or granted. The eternal medium is full of facts that it's just giving itself over to be transformed into something. And what is it giving itself over to be transformed into? The plenum is going to be transformed into information. And information is an act of informing or communicating news. So the plenum is informing itself how to form. Or in other words, the eternal medium is forming into the cosmos or the geometrics. And it means advice or instruction, and from Latin, it means outline, concept, or idea, and also to train, educate, shape, or give form to. So really, it is giving form to the data or the plenum of information or potential within the primordial. And it's come into a place where that potential has been limited. And so things can take form. This is information. It is the geometric layer of the topological metaphor. And if we look at the definition for information, knowledge gained from investigation, study, or instruction. So the plenum or the primordial is investigating itself and expressing itself through boundaries of limited information, something other than the pure potential of the primordial. Knowledge of a particular event or a situation. So instead of experiencing everything at once, now it's experiencing particular things at one time. And this one right here, the attribute inherent in and communicated by one or two or more alternative sequences, or arranging of something such as nucleotides in DNA or binary digits in computer program that produce specific effects. two or more alternative sequences or arranging of somethings. You have the unlimited potential of the eternal medium that is sequencing itself into a limited form of itself. It's essentially boundaries of opposites. The unlimited potential is its own thing, and it's becoming the opposite version of that through limitations and becoming a boundary of formed or fixed information. And these two things are constantly communicating between themselves, basically transferring the spirit into matter, because that's what the eternal medium is. It's the realm of the spirits, and the geometrics are what allows the spirits to experience matter. And information comes from the word inform, and inform means to train or instruct in some specific subject. So you're going from everything happening at once to something specific, a specific focused point to subject yourself to. And it also means to instruct or teach, because ultimately this subjected experience is a learning experience, so that our essence, or the part of us that exists within the eternal medium, can develop characteristics and experience things that it would have never had the chance to had it not come to this place. But right here is the most important one. From in or into plus formere, which means to form or shape or the forms. So literally, we pass through the geometric layer from the eternal medium and become a form. The geometric layers conform the essence to a particular shape or space that the essence occupies for a specific amount of time. And what is the form? It means semblance, likeness, or image. So we, as human beings, are in the likeness of the unlimited potential of the eternal medium. And within our lives, there's a limitless amount of things that we could do at any moment. So we are made in the image and likeness of our essence. We are just expressing that likeness through a limited finite form, which it also means physical form or appearance or pleasing looks. And from Latin, it means form, contour, figure, shape, appearance, looks, or a fine form, beauty, or an outline, or a kind condition. So the form is just the conditions that we are subjected to experience this particular objective world made up of geometric layers, which are ordered from the eternal medium. And it also is thought to come from the Greek word morph, which means form, beauty, or outward appearance, and also has a connection with the word morpheus. So form, the dictionary definition, is the shape and structure of something as distinguished from its material. So what's our material? It's the limitless potential of the eternal medium. How do we distinguish ourselves from it? By taking a form for a period of time. And it also means a body, especially in its external appearance or as distinguished from the face. It's all about developing individuality and allowing that individuality to express itself outside of the realm of infinite potential and unlimited possibilities. It's about coming into or coming out of the primordial for a period of time and live within the realms of a geometric layer and conform to the forms that it has established for us through things like the laws of thermodynamics, the strong and weak nuclear forces. These sorts of physical constants are what makes the forms or the particles. And this is what the essence inhabits. And what is Morpheus? Name of the god of dreams in Ovid, son of sleep, literally the maker of shapes. So this is it's like a dream world we're being projected to. And in this dream world, we take a particular shape and live our lives according to particular rules, which are beyond our control. And it's all about figuring out how to live in alignment with the rules that we find ourselves subjected to from the geometric layers or the cosmos. A fine figure or a beautiful form, a beauty, fashion, or an outward appearance. So notice how all of these etymologies describe the form as something beautiful, something to love while you're here, because while we're here, we're being subjected to an experience that we are learning from that we will never have again. So this is the whole point of the essence turning into the form. We have an experience that the essence cannot have while existing within the primordial realm or within the realm of God or the heavens. And also, some of these definitions insinuated that there's like a reading force. There's something that happens between the primordial, the geometric, and even the particle. And this is intelligence. Intelligence is the highest faculty of the mind, capacity for comprehending general truths. And what is the highest faculty of the mind? That would basically be a mind that's capable of experiencing everything at once. And it also means faculty of understanding or comprehension. And coming from Latin, meaning understanding, knowledge, power of discerning, art, skill, or taste. So there, I think power of discerning is probably the best one, because intelligence is the discerning between the potential it finds itself in and what path to choose for itself. And if we look to the bottom etymology here, this is from assimilated form of inter, which means between, and legere, meaning choosing to pick out or read. Also with the pi root leg, which means to collect or gather. So this word intelligence literally means between choosing. And what is it between choosing? The opposites that it finds itself within of the unlimited potential that it could choose from and the singular choice that it's going to pick for itself. And intelligence is all about making the right choice. But how do we get from the primordial to the geometric to the particle? We get to it from the highest mind of all, the thing that is capable of experiencing all things at once, which is what most people call God. God is the intelligent will, which bridges together opposites. It is the force between choosing that allows us to even make our choices in the first place. And if we look to the word intelligence, and we break it down etymologically, intel, meaning like intellect or our analytical brain that's capable of logic and dissecting, and gens, or like our right part of our brain, which is capable of creativity and spatial awareness and pattern recognition. Intelligence is what happens when we bridge these two aspects of our minds together so that we can make the best possible choices. And this is what God does. There is an intelligent force that reads the data of the plenum and basically translates it into the limited versions of itself, turning it into information. The intelligence behind the eternal medium is what translates the information between the eternal medium and the geometric layer. And then from here, we follow God. And the word intelligence, in its dictionary definition, means the ability to learn or understand things or to deal with new or difficult situations. And that's all we're doing here. That's what the whole experience is about. Within the realm of unlimited potential, you essentially have sets of infinities that cancel each other out. So the easiest way to visualize this is to look at a number line. On one side of the number line, you have a set of positive numbers. We'll say it's an infinite amount of numbers. And on the other side of the number line, you have another set of infinite numbers, but this time they're going to be negative numbers. Whatever amount of positive numbers or negative numbers you say there are, they must mirror each other. You cannot have negative 1 million and only positive 999,999 exists and say that there is no positive 1 million. Whatever number you say for one side must exist for the other. And what happens when you take these sets of infinites and you combine them, you get zero. Zero is the neutral force, and this is what the realm of the eternal medium or the primordial realm looks like. It's, as Parmenides says, it's a place of stillness, but it's not a stillness of complete emptiness. It appears empty, but it is really whole and full of everything, in perfect equilibrium with itself. And what the intelligent will does of God is it translates this everything happening at once into a realm of reduced potential, where now there's only a limited amount of things happening at once, so that experiences can be had other than just zero, other than just things that cancel each other out. So intelligence is the force between the primordial and the geometric. It is literally between choices, and the thing that even allows choices to begin with, because God is the highest intelligence of all, the thing experiencing all things at once. And this leads us to the next thing, which is knowledge, which means acknowledgement of superior or honor or worship, and also coming from know, which is the second element in obscure, perhaps Scandinavian, and cognate with lock action. So knowledge is just essentially the capacity for knowing and understanding, familiarity, as it says here. And what that really means is we are not the highest perception that there is. We are individual particles that coexist alongside this intelligence, and we experience these limited realms of possibility to understand them and familiarize ourselves with them because we all come from the same eternal substrate, which is the substrate of unlimited potential. And we exist in a realm that has manifested itself in a particular way to know it, not as the way God does, but through experiencing it in a way so that we aren't just experiencing everything at once. We have to experience our choices that we make for ourselves. And these choices are basically similar to the eternal medium in the sense that at any moment, any of us could make any number of choices and do any number of things. And throughout our life, these choices carry us and essentially dictates the quality of life that we'll have for ourselves. It's based on what we choose for ourselves out of the unlimited potential. And through our choices and experiences, we come to know the world through using our own intelligence to make these choices. We're just like God, just on a smaller scale. We don't know everything, but we can know a lot. And what we know is very real to us and has the capability to impact others and make it real for them as well. The dictionary definition of knowledge: information, understanding, or skill you get from experience or education, acquaintance of understanding with a science, art, or technique, or the fact of condition of being aware of something. So all of these basically relate to being aware of where we are and coming to understand the world we live in, because that is the spiritual education. Our essence exists within the eternal medium. But because of the intelligence of God, which has translated this plenum of data, we come into the realm of information, of geometric information, and take on a specific form for a specific amount of time so that we can learn ourselves better as a spiritual being and as a physical being. It's all about knowing ourselves. And what am I really describing? Genesis. It always comes back to what the ancients say of God, because they were generally right about what God was. And as it says here, in the beginning, God created heavens and the earth. Or in other words, you have the primordial and you have the geometric. And God is the force between these things that allows these things to experience each other. And then the earth was formless and empty, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering above the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God is the intelligence which floated above the information of the plenum. And when God spoke, we followed into this realm. You see, when the plenum makes a new realm, the ocean that's being described here is the earth. However, the ocean is also a great symbol for the primordial. And the reason that it's both is because within the primordial, as I said, you have unlimited potential of everything happening at once. However, when you make for yourself a realm of geometrics governed by certain rules and laws that don't change, of reduced potential, you still have that capability of unlimited potential, because all it is a reduced set of infinite value. And if you reduce infinity, you're still going to have infinity. So in order to understand what type of infinite value is within this world, God hovered above it. God learned it. God was the intelligent force between the primordial and the geometric that translated the language necessary to even have experience between the heavens and the earth in the first place. And we are the light that followed God. We are the ones who come to know the formless, empty, dark waters. And God is the force that allows us to do this. We go into the waters, we illuminate the waters, and we learn them.
Dom must have got bored of his own video. Oh well.
What?
No, he's still here. Never mind.
That was Steven.
Steven left. Oh, okay. I mean, this is this on the same lines of his own videos. I mean, his own videos covers some of these topics, even though they're your opinion's a little different.
Hanky rage quit, mate. Look at his last message in the chat. Envious demon tods. Rage quit, Steven.
Oh well. Well, he can always show my show and his show. This is under Creative Commons, anyways.
He needs the clout, though, doesn't he? He needs the traction. He doesn't get much on his channel.
No, I'll give him the traction. I watch him. So let's continue.
Them for ourselves and for others. it's really a learning experience, not just for us, but for all things involved, even God, because God does not know what choices we're going to make for ourselves, but God knows every single possible choice that we can make. So the heavens are the plenum of information, or the primordial. The earth is the geometrics, and God is the force between these things that allows the light to experience these things. And we are the lights. All the particles are the lights. And it says the earth was pretty much their whole concept of everything. But the heavens and the earth are just essentially, you have the unlimited data, or the unlimited information of the plenum, or potential, I should say, reducing itself into forms here to experience reduced potential and give to itself meaning. This means that we make our own meaning in life, because God has mapped every single possibility for us to experience, for us to make our own meaning, for us to know ourselves and learn ourselves and determine who we really are. And then God said, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish and the animals. And God made mankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female, he created them. This is the man as he exists within heaven, made in the image of God, existing amongst the unlimited potential of life that exists within God. And God has decided that we should bear the highest responsibility for our actions. It's not necessarily to establish dominion over these things, but to live in harmony with the world around us, to better learn ourselves, because that is the true reflection of the image of God. And also, if we look to the male and female he created, this is a common mythological trope, such as in Egypt, the creation of the Aeneid, which goes Nun, Atum, and then he creates his father or his two children who are male and female, and then they give birth to two other children who are male and female, and then they give birth to four other children who are two males and two females. All it symbolizes is the balance of duality or polarity, and recognizing that within the image of man, or I should say, male and female exist within the image of man, but it's still one image. You have the realm of infinite potential and you have the realm of limited potential, but they're still one thing and connected. And so what this duality represents is that the poles, or the opposites of things, they're really an illusion. There are no real opposites. They're all part of the same pole. The top of the pole and the bottom of the pole might appear different, but they're still part of the same pole. So male and female is just a dualistic nature, or a dualistic characteristic, to represent that you have unlimited potential, you have limited potential, they come together in one image. And that image is formed by God, the intelligent force, translating the plenum of information into geometric layers. And this leads me to Genesis 7. And then God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living thing. So you have God already made man. So now God is taking the essence of man and breathing it into this form. The essence comes into the forms through God. We come from the unlimited potential into the existence as a particle, which has been filtered through this geometric layer, because God has established the coordinates that we know to follow, so we don't get lost in transition, or maybe not even begin the transition.
Is this you, Dom?
It's a two-way thing. God is there to establish the bridge, and we are there to travel across the bridge.
Is this actually you?
Yeah, that's my channel there, Set Scales.
Wow. See you in the video, in the little video box there.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You look more handsome than I expected.
I'll make sure both of us in the private and the public chat, so if you want to watch it again. So
it was interesting. I was listening.
Do we need to get the last 4 minutes, or we got the gist of it?
Yeah.
I bring it back to the topological metaphor, so I conclude it.
Can I just ask you a question? Something I didn't quite understand. When you said the word substrate, what? I'm not quite sure what that means. What is a substrate?
So basically, like, if you have Minecraft and you dig all the way down, you're going to hit the bedrock. It's the bedrock.
Right.
But within the bedrock is everything happening at once. And this just kind of expresses itself through limited boundaries. that we call universes.
Huh. Okay.
I would describe it as different. So if you take Minecraft as a starting point, still the substrate is going to be the RAM that the data for Minecraft is in. That's something. It's computer memory. So
Temporary memory.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, that's actually better because you can actually see the bedrock, but as the player in the game, you can't see the code. So that's actually a better analogy, Hank.
Yep.
Interesting.
Got some
Cool
memory
stuff.
and the data on disk, but that's just memory that's not being processed. So
I mean, I've seen you, Dom. I've seen you on Finding Gnosis's channel quite a few times. So I think that's mostly where I know you from. But are you religious at all? I mean, are you a Christian, or are you just a student like me?
Yeah, I guess you can just say I'm a student.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I'm open-minded, dude. I've studied every. Well, I'm interested in studying every religion and every philosophy just because it's interesting. But
It's a never-ending goal right there.
yeah, but I'm mostly interested in Eastern wisdom, Eastern mysticism, because it's just, you know, Buddhism and Taoism and Hinduism, because it goes so deep culturally. It goes
and
back
strategy.
further than any of the Abrahamic religions or faiths. So
Strategy is what I care about.
what's that one say?
That's
Five
the book.
Kings.
Yeah, 5 rings. Let me.
Oh, 5 rings.
Yes,
That's cool.
A book of 5 rings by Miyamoto Musashi.
I've never seen that one before. That's a new one on me. What's that about then? The Rings of Power? Or
It's about strategy. Japanese book. Oh,
Killing people effectively.
yeah. But when was it?
I'd like if you could delve into that a little bit.
Yeah, we got you on the agenda.
Never seen it before.
So pretty much he separates everything, all his trustees into 4 books: ground, water, fire, wind, and the void. And I think my favorite book is the fire. The fire book's my favorite one because it has the high level strategy that was built up on the ground. So he is a samurai / warrior. Yeah, samurai class. There was I think it was 3 classes. They're samurai, farmer, and merchant. And feudal Japan when he wrote this book. And he was in a samurai class.
Awesome. Probably has his own sword and everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has my favorite quote ever from anyone, which is, "The truth is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie."
Yep.
Bend to its power.
Yep.
Yep.
My favorite suggestion he had was that you need to focus on defense first. Focus on protecting yourself first. Then after you get that down, get that drilled in, then you can worry about attack.
What is it they say, Hank? Defense is the best form of attack.
Yeah, and also what they say here in Pittsburgh, we say defense wins championships.
Huh. That's interesting. I've never heard that before. Defense wins championships.
Yeah.
And attacks just land you up in jail.
Attackers win games. Offense wins games. Defense wins championship. So
cool. That's amazing. What kind of games were you thinking about though?
So that's a native Pittsburgh saying. That's based on the sports ball. That's hand egg, sometimes called football in the United States. But yeah. So
that reminds me, Hank, I gotta make my NFL video next.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know. I don't even know how long it's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Talking about
So
American football.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has a hand egg team that's known best for their still current defense, and I don't know if we still use defense like that because I haven't been watching a lot of hand egg, but that's where I got it from.
Interesting. All right.
But another thing that I really like about this book is that he in the Win book subsection he evaluates other schools, other martial schools traditions in his era and says what they do wrong. So I actually like the critique angle too. But instead of just trying to overgeneralize, he bases his strategy on something he knows. He tries to know one thing, then he'll expand because, in some sense, they're similar. And but he does establish a firm baseline. But sword fighting, then just organizing more warriors, and that's what I like that self help doesn't do. They don't base it in anything objective, knowable, or if they do, they'll contradict themselves all over the place. Like, let me get some book I have on the shelf that I don't really like.
You got some good books though.
Yeah. This book, I got this one when I was young. I don't really like it. This is 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I don't really
I've heard of that. Yeah, I haven't read it.
Yeah, so the reason I don't like this book, this self-help book, is because it has only 8 laws. There's only 8 laws and 40 suggestions to pad out the book's length. That's stupid.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of pages.
Yeah, it's a lot of fluff pages. So it has only 8 laws. That's laws that don't have reversals. Laws that don't have reversals. I'll probably do a video specifically on the only 8 laws that actually are in a book. But there's only 8 laws and then 40 suggestions because they have reversals. But they have reversals. Why even write them as laws? They're just 40 suggestions of power, then you have 8 laws of power.
People write a lot of rubbish.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I got confused because I tried to take his rubbish seriously. So I'm not as powerful as I could be because I followed the musings of Robert Greene instead of a natural strategist.
I would like Hank to finish my video and then critique it if it's trash or not.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
And experience the realm of limited potential. And God is watching us every step of the way. And this brings me back to the topological metaphor. You have the primordial, which is the plenum of information, which is translated by the intelligent will into the geometric layer so that spiritual beings like us can experience it within a particular space or form. And as this relates to my physics video, as I was talking about, you have total space, or S9. Total space limits itself into a space called projected space, or CP4. And this limitation follows the vector coordinates of the Hopf vibration. The Hopf vibration is the topological mapping force between the space of total space and projected space. And what we see here is, as that relates, is you have the primordial, you have the geometrics, and you have the intelligence between it that bridges the gap for us, when we would be the S1 fibers within the topological unified field theory, which is the physics framework that is meant to complement this video. We're all describing, or many people are describing, the same thing from different vantage points. And when we come together to understand these things, it paints a broader picture of what there is to understand and know. It increases our perception about our place in the world and understanding that we create our own value within the world because we are the ones ultimately making our own choices from the limitless sea of possibilities that exist around us. And that's what it's all about. It's all about bridging the gap between opposites, the opposites of the unlimited, the opposites of the limited. God is there every step of the way. If anyone asks what God is the force that bridges together opposites through the highest intelligent decision-making throughout all of existence. And we, individuals within existence, follow this intelligence and define for ourselves our own meaning and value within the realms that this intelligence has translated for us to experience. And that's knowing God through a more qualitative framework based in the topological metaphor and based in the words we use, broken down through dictionary, etymological, and even phonetic definitions and breakdowns. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again.
So conveniently, I actually had a chart that's applicable for this for your video. So I already have it. I drafted it today, even before I even watched the video and knew I was going to watch the video. So this is a chart on knowledge. I still need to make the heading. So here's gets the 4 quadrants of knowledge. In quadrant 1, there's known knowns. Quadrant 2, known unknowns. Quadrant 3, unknown unknowns. And in quadrant 4, unknown knowns. So, at least according to your framework, God would be the whole chart. It just the whole page would be God. Is that correct? Mic check. Guess he's coming back. All right, I'll just go to. So I actually had another usage for this chart. So this chart was going to be set up for how do you know if you know Linux. So the funny thing about Linux and just things like pervasive like operating systems is you'll get used to things and just don't really know how you got used to it because it's based on repetition. Okay, you're back, Dominic.
Yeah, I just experienced maximum human error.
Did you hit the X by accident?
I'm on my phone. I was trying to say bye to Ricardo, but for some reason I had my mic muted.
Oh,
And then, yeah.
If you didn't catch Ricardo, he went to watch Jack Talcott, but I'm busy doing something useful instead. No offense, Jack, but you're loopy. And I told you to your face already multiple times. But yeah, so let me re-explain it just in case you missed it. So quadrant 1, you have known knowns. Quadrant 2, known unknowns. Quadrant 3, unknown unknowns. And in quadrant 4, unknown knowns. Okay, my cursor's there. So at least in your model, God would be the whole page. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that pretty much how models work. How do I say? I guess they work together. No contradiction yet. But the problem is, I guess there's an interpretation where I could say God's those lines because that's the mediator between these I guess types of knowledge.
You said God is still what?
Well, the lines mediate the type of knowledge is the kind, the general, kinds of knowledge.
The lines between?
Yeah.
God would be the lines, but those are just the boundaries, all right? And we can understand the topological metaphor explains boundaries too, okay?
Oh, okay.
So all of these things that we're looking at exist simultaneously within the eternal medium, which is ever present and where all things come from.
Yes.
And then these things come into reduced mathematical layers, which we can think of as the laws of thermodynamics, the strong and weak nuclear force, just mathematical constants that basically makes matter and energy. And then within this realm, this is just basically a shared space where all of these things interact with each other. However, they exist within their own boundaries. So the things we don't know about, the unknown unknowns, they exist within an isolated boundary that has just basically never had its information come into contact with humans.
Yes.
But it still exists within the universe, or perhaps even outside of the universe, but it's still a part
in general, yeah.
Yeah, and it's still a part of the eternal substrate.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
Okay. Then that amount is fine. But so your thing includes all the physical rules, but includes all the other rules too, that's including stuff we just came up with. So
the physical rules are limitations of the infinite potential of the eternal medium.
Okay. And so like Minecraft, that will actually apply to your it's a known, and but it will be it's in some media, so it applies, right?
It's in the what?
Just got Minecraft is included in just the eternal.
I suppose.
I mean, there's no actual barrier other than our computers. So, since computers are known and Minecraft is computed, then it has to be known by transitive property.
Yeah, I guess. But when it comes to Minecraft or video games in general, the potential to code or make any single type of game is there. You can make Minecraft, which Minecraft is a game which allows for a lot of potential, or even Grand Theft Auto. Or you could make a game like Mario, or you could make a game like StarCraft, or you could make a game like those puzzle games or whatever, or Angry Birds. The game could be any number of things, right? But it's defined by the codes that make the game, and then from there, but the codes would be the geometrics. But the potential to code any code would be the eternal medium. And then from there, you use the geometrics to craft characters. And then these characters interact with each other in various ways, basically distributing information across boundaries.
So, have you heard of mathematician Kurt Gödel? Kurt Gödel?
No.
So, let's maybe I'll bring up his page. But he came up with the incompleteness theorems. I'll go ahead and bring up his Wikipedia real quick. But yeah, logician, mathematician, he came up with the incompleteness theorems.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they aren't theories.
No, the theorems.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, the first incompleteness theorem states that no consistent system of axioms whose theorems can be listed by an effective procedure, i.e., an algorithm, is capable of proving all truths about the arithmetic of natural numbers. For such consistent formal systems, there will always be statements about natural numbers that are true but are improvable within the system. Equivalently, there will always be statements about natural numbers that are false, but it cannot be proved false within that system. And the second incompleteness theorem is extension of the first, shows that no such system can demonstrate its own consistency. So So my question is, can God in your model demonstrate its own consistency? Oh, you cut out. Did you hear everything? My question?
I did not hear your question, but I heard you read up to for any such consistent formal system, there will be statements about natural numbers. Yeah, so this is just basically like, I was thinking, or what's your question? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. The second hypothesis theorem is an extension of the first. It shows that no such system can demonstrate its own consistency. So my question is, can God show its own consistency in your model?
Well, the consistency would just basically be the way that nuance comes about, at least in the universe. I can't speak about how it comes about in the eternal medium, but within the universe, it's structured a certain way so that when nuance and randomness comes about, it's based off of pre-existing conditions and causes that initiated these effects that are making the randomness. And this is the consistency, because this randomness is just basically the potential of the eternal medium experiencing itself in more nuanced ways.
Yeah, I would answer that question. If you ask me that question, I just say I don't know. I would have to see God from without God, and I don't know how to do that. So that's how I would answer that question.
Well, was my answer at least consistent, or did you think there were problems with it?
I don't know. There's not necessarily problems with it, but but if next time someone asks you that question, that is another answer to consider using.
Maybe, I don't know. But that's the answer I use now.
Yeah,
If in the future I use a completely different answer that's, random, so be it.
yep.
But no, I like that because it just demonstrates that falsifiability is mathematically not the end all be all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into these unfalsifiability theorem.
Yeah, you may want to look into uncomputability too.
Computability theorems.
Yeah, it's very related. Let me go. Yeah, uncomputable function, unsolvable problems. So every computable function has a finite procedure giving explicit, unambiguous instruction how to compute it. Furthermore, this procedure has to be encoded in the finite alphabet used by the computational model, so there's only countable many computable functions. For example, functions that may be encoded using a string of bits. The real numbers are countable, so most real numbers are not computable. The set of finitary functions of the natural numbers is uncountable, so most are not computable. Concrete examples of such functions are Busy Beaver, Kolmogorov complexity, or any function that outputs the digits of a non-computable number, such as Chattin's constant. Similarly, most subsets of the natural numbers are not computable. The halting problem was the first such set to be constructed. That I don't know how to pronounce that. Let me skip that word. Proposed by David Hilbert, asked whether there is an effective procedure to determine which mathematical statements coded as natural numbers are true. Turing and Church independently showed in the 1930s that this set of natural numbers is not computable. According to the Church-Turing thesis, there's no effective procedure with an algorithm that can perform these computations. So it goes to show we gotta be careful what questions you ask because it may not be possible to get an answer.
It's a good point.
So
Yeah, you know, I think there are things that we're not meant to know. Like I said, we're humans, or we're an individual essence. And, you know, I don't know if I said this in the video, but existence is big. All right. Really big, a lot bigger than us. And we can never experience all of existence.
Yep.
Even if we are eternal beings.
Yep.
But God can. That's what God does. God is the thing that experiences everything at once. So we have to learn what's important for us to find value and meaning to our spirit and our form. Meaning that, you know, things like this we're looking at, we're not meant to know because we're not God.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another term that's been floating around that means the same thing as your term, but expressed differently. Stephen Wolfram calls it the Ruliad, and I think some pagans call it chaos. But there's other terms for the same thing that people are trying to point to. I actually want to. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but sometimes I like freeing up the term God to mean idols, because it's actually more consistent with how we use it colloquially. So personally, I usually just try to free up that term God for idols and use a term like Ruliad for the thing you're talking about. But that's just my personal preference.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I call God that's why I always capitalize God with a G and lowercase the idol gods, and or call it the eternal spirit.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think of my video? Was it good or?
It's pretty good, but the better we are making videos, the less time it will actually take to get express our the point. But some topics are just so complicated that they have to be long videos. But we just have to keep working at it, then we'll be able to get that point across in a distinct manner.
I think I did there. You know, I did that in one take. I got through all those tabs. I repeated myself only a little bit.
Yep. But we know how
Attention
the economy is. So sometimes I've been trying to get really good, very pithy, so I can force my opinion down people's throats. So I focus on trying to get pithy. Because at least the fifth time I say the same thing, I would try to get it in a very small bite, so it's efficient.
I could make a bunch of shorts.
Yeah, you probably could. I may recommend it even. Not because you didn't get your point across, but just as a training exercise potentially.
You know, you're talking about idols right now, and I told you I made a Tower of Babel video, and that one is really good. That one just basically goes on all about idols.
Oh, okay. I may watch that one later.
Yeah. The Tower of Babel itself was an idol.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so most any other title, tower.
Anyway, they're not going to go on Jack's.
I'm not in a hurry. He's probably doing the same thing he did yesterday.
I was watching these atheist debates. I was looking into this dude, Leo Philus.
Yes, yeah, Phyllis, yes. I talked to him on the Breakfast Tacos before. Breakfast Tacos made himself irrelevant by mistreating his deist guests.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen to Async Network.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because they can't take the damn heat. They can't make good counter arguments, so they throw a fit, and then they don't have good deists to go up against, but they wanted weak deists anyway, so they can feel powerful. But I'm saying, I get back to the drawing board. If I define gods as idols, you better figure out a way to get rid of those idols.
Well, I was watching him debate Jim Bob, and I was just kind of amazed how badly Jim Bob was schooling him. Like, I was just thinking, like, man, imagine getting schooled by Jim Bob.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know Leo Phillips isn't in my tier because I can hold my own against Jim Bob and Steve McRae and the people like that. But getting schooled by Jim Bob, and you need to train. I'm so Jim Bob's actually really good, but that goes to show how weak the atheists are at debating.
Well, the point he was trying to make about the mind and what the mind was, Leo Philus was trying to distinguish between the mind and the brain.
Yes.
And so he basically
What's the difference?
He said that the brain is an semblance of matter, and the mind is the functions of the matter coming together. And Jim Bob used an analogy. He's like, so it's like an engine in a car that makes exhaust. And then Leo Philus was like, no, it's like an engine in a car that makes the horsepower. So the engine is the brain, and then the mind is an emergent property of the engine, which he calls horsepower.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I would make an analogy like that. Mine is what the brain does. How did Jim Bob get him?
Well, he was just trying to make the point that if the mind is an emergent property of matter, how can you use the mind to distinguish between itself and matter?
I wouldn't. Why bother?
Well, because then I don't know. I have to go back and watch.
And that's actually my point against atheists. Why bother making a distinction? Just name the substrate that the thing's in. Like you have sports ball team in the social substrate, and they also have a stadium. Well, there's the things, and we know where they are and what they do. But atheists like to play peekaboo with things they don't really like, and that's why they seem silly.
So who's like the smartest atheist you think you've talked to on the panel then?
Steve McRae. Steve McRae by far, because he made a criticism of other atheists. He says that they have not model collapse. semantic collapse the way they define um, theism and atheism, and he wrote a paper. He didn't get peer review, but no, he did. He didn't get through the peer review system, but he got by peer reviewed by philosophers. He got reviewed by professionals. He didn't have any errors, and no one's really poked a good hole in his paper for like the 3 years that he had it published. But he didn't get through a journal because that process is corrupt. But his paper is good. The Atheist Code of Austin hasn't been able to debunk it to date. And really, I'm not sure he didn't care about getting their philosophy right. All they did was want their numbers up so they get more donations for their cult, worshiping the negation of the God of classical theism. That's what modern American atheists worship, the negation of the God of classical theism. So they had to. So the idol problem is actually a really hard problem for atheists. Really, really hard. So how they fix it is that they use the God of classical theism to clear the field, get rid of all the rival gods, because if you use the God of the Bible, well, the Bible's explicitly henotheist, and that's not good because then they have to deal with all the other spirits like Shamash. So that's no brainer. So they use the God of classical theism to clear the field so you don't have to worry about competing gods, because then they have to debunk each god one at a time. And that's going to make it a much harder argument. So you use it to clear the field. Then they use logic to negate the God of classical theism. Then they get that hole that they worship. That's the infrastructure that modern atheism is built on. They worship the negation of the God of classical theism. They worship a hole.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. That's their whole paradigm is just a reaction to the religion they grew up in and religion in general.
Yeah, which is why if you go to an average internet atheist and ask them to debunk Discordia or Thor or Cthulhu, they don't know where to start.
Well, they typically start with the same positions that they do for the Abrahamic God or the more mainstream religions. You know, they'll be like, demonstrate that this God exists or existed.
Yeah.
And then, you know, any criteria you give them is just not good enough.
Yeah, they'll play peekaboo. So like I said, let's take Thor, for instance, and say, well, go watch a Marvel movie. You can see Thor. And they say, no, peekaboo, no, I don't see Thor in the Marvel movie anymore. Because that would make me lose my faith.
Yeah, that's a good point. I could already hear their response. They'd be all like, that is a fictional movie just like the Bible. It's not real. Demonstrate that it's real.
All right. So the movies exist. That's why I go with that. Does the movie exist?
Yeah, like there are these one atheists I was talking to on Bridge the Divide. Have you seen that channel?
I probably ran across it before.
I was talking to them about the Tower of Babel. This is right after I made my video on it. And my whole point I was trying to make to them, they kept asking me, why do I believe that the Babylonian gods were real? Why do I believe they were real? And I told them, it doesn't matter if I think they were real, because the Babylonians thought they were real. They didn't care. They literally told me they didn't care.
Oh yeah, Bridge of the Bible was J.L. Warren's channel. It still is, and he was Reverend Stockwell's bulldog before Reverend Stockwell was couldn't mistreated him.
Oh yeah, he talks about breakfast tacos a bit.
Yeah, I'll watch that later. Let me just go ahead and subscribe.
He streams on Wednesday.
Oh, I'll meet him tomorrow then. And I need to talk to Manar. He's been debating, but yeah. So how it go with the atheists is that okay? They said, "Oh, it's a fictional movie." I asked them if the movie exists, and sometimes they resist, but as soon as they say yes, then I would say Thor exists by transitive property. Then they don't know how to counter argument. The peekaboo, I don't like that.
Yeah, well, this is what I was trying to tell them with the Tower of Babel. I'm trying to tell them, to the Babylonians, their gods were literally their beliefs. And what they used with things like the towers of Babel, like ziggurats, which were described to have a lot of gold, and an idol of the god, which was said to contain the essence of the god. What they're trying to do is to get everyone focused on this one centralized point so that they can capture their beliefs in these idols. And I told them, this is what their gods are. It's literally their idols containing their beliefs. And they said, they don't care. That's not real. And I told them it's real because their beliefs pretty much made all those idols. They worked to make the towers. They worked to sustain the city, to do all this stuff that the city demands because of their gods. That's how their beliefs are real. No, I understand that there's socio-political implications, but please point to their deity and where it's real. That was their argument. And then what was really weird was, my whole point, I said right off the bat, I said the Tower of Babel is an allegorical myth based off of real historical facts and real towers. And before I said that, they even mentioned the towers. They're like, so yeah, they mentioned the towers.
Oh.
They said, yeah, so it's based off the towers Etamananki and Borsippa. And these are just myths to describe a language and how the world was divided and why the world was divided.
But they know about the towers, but they're also saying peekaboo, don't see the towers?
Yes, they kept saying the towers weren't real.
And name the towers, though.
Yes.
That's just silly.
Yeah, it was. Like that was literally the first thing they did before I even started going on about anything. That was the first thing they mentioned, were those towers. And I'm just like, oh, well, then we're in agreement here pretty much. This is like my whole point. And then they're like, no, there was no Tower of Babel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I even told them that, but they didn't care. I was like, you literally conceded my point that the towers were real. You named that right off the bat. No, I'm showing you that they're myths to show that explain why there's multiple languages on the earth. Yeah, they were ridiculous. And then the co-host was not much better. If you go on there, it's going to be a 2-on-1.
2-on-1? That's unfair. I need more opponents than 2.
Maybe even 3 or 4. I've seen them 4-on-1 people.
I won 9-on-1s before. I mean, they need to do better. They have to actually understand my arguments, or our arguments, so they can actually deal with them. I'm gonna roll a website sooner rather than later, so I can actually put a flag down and force them to actually engage in the argument, if that's even possible. I'm gonna build a website. I was talking to Objective Ethics, the guy called Objective Ethics on Denzin's Discord server, and he actually refused to engage in that's why fictional theism, gods or idols argument. He wanted to go back to the god of classical theism and negate it. So, so I need to put a flag down so I can make them come to me and actually debate, actually engage, rather than go back to a comfort strategy that's not relevant.
Yeah, I like objective ethics. I just think that he is very narrow-minded in his atheistic position, which is what atheism does. It just takes people and it gets them hyper-focused on religion. And then they get focused on debunking the literal interpretations of the religion. And it's like, what are you debunking?
Yeah, the interpretation barely anyone of practicing the religion even believes. So it's kind of you're fighting ghosts. Ironically, they're fighting ghosts. Then they say, "No, I don't believe in ghosts." Then why are you doing this? Come on.
You want to debate objective ethics?
Not until he engages in my argument, because I think I made a challenge to him and then the server that I claim that the God of classical theism is not the God of the Bible because they have different properties, and he refused to engage the argument and want to talk about Austin, a guy I don't know, instead of the Atheist Code of Austin, where he got his talking points from. Also known as the Atheist Community of Austin, but I think Atheist Code of Austin is actually a more apropos term.
Well, objective ethics is way better than anyone I've ever spoken to from the Austin atheist community or cult. But yeah, he's actually very respectable and he is pretty knowledgeable. He just wants to go after the basic stuff on religion.
I guess he's assuming we're not a threat. Well, if you assume that, you're mistaken. You're mistaken. We're going to write the next 1,000 years of culture. And if you're not going to challenge us now, then I don't know what you can do then. I don't know what they can do.
He really seems to like Richard Carrier and Dan Norton.
Yeah, Richard Carrier is pretty good. Who am I partial to? I think my favorite atheist in general would be, I guess, Bertrand Russell.
Yeah, but he's like an inventor of philosophy, right? So he's gonna be beyond most people anyway.
Yeah.
I remember TML was telling me that he thinks he'd make like a good debate moderator, and we can like maybe, I don't know, find people to debate.
Yeah, I would make a good moderator. I mean, you saw me moderate today, but I have my own opinions. I might debate some, but other than TML himself, there's not much. There's not many people that can debate at my level, so I just kind of stay out of it. Because a lot of what passes through debate, even with a high view channel, is just emoting. It's just drama. It's not thinking. Or maybe I should do programming and just write more. That's what the people who are good at debating usually do. They'll write because they can define their terms and understand what they're going with the thing, rather than just scream the script.
Well, the way I see it is what I mean, I think that I don't like debating. I don't really think it solves anything, but it's such like when it comes to this sort of stuff, it's just basically what people expect. They think that you have to be able to debate your worldview, and that proves something. But
I mean, they're not really. It doesn't seem like you're even engaging in your own worldview. It's just reciting a script. So I don't. So what? It's not really very. I don't really care. And when you bring something new, I guess people usually aren't interested, even if they can't challenge it. So, but Monday debate will make room for the 8th Flat Earth debate in a month. Even though we can literally just go outside, take a picture of the horizon, squash an image editor, and show and reveal to ourselves that it's a ball.
yeah,
Or dig a hole. You dig a hole and that's a ball because it's full. It's full of stuff too. That's another way to figure out it's a ball. Let's try to dig and say, oh, there's something there. There's something there. It's not a sphere. It's a ball because it's solid. So
debating flat Earth is just ridiculous, I think.
no, it's locally flat. It's just globally a ball.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would do all right in a debate against like some of these people. Personally, based off how I think I do on the panel.
Yeah, you'll do fine. But I know I'll kick their ass because I'm pretty fast on my feet. So,
I don't doubt it, Hank.
Yeah, I totally kicked most of their asses. Barely had to prep. I actually debated Orthodox guy on Grid Show once, and I was just subbing for Marte. Yes, I thought both Orthodox guy and Marte were pretty weak when it comes to debating. So I just subbed for Marte and went. That's a random topic thing. I think I was debating forced state intervention, even though it's making my stuff more expensive and I don't like it, but I can kind of debate any point. If you understand the issue, you can debate either side.
Yeah. You know what you should do? You should post those debates you have on different panels on your channel. Probably good views.
Yeah, I usually do. I think I'll go back and get that grid one. But what I don't like to do is restream because I like having control. If someone other me is moderating it, then I don't have enough control, so I don't like. So I'll go and curate stuff that's good, but I don't like restream because I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be good enough, or even if something is bad, I at least want it to be from me.
Yeah. Can't say I disagree with that, but
But yeah, that's an easy one. I'll fetch that. Probably. This is my weekend. Wednesday and Thursday, my weekend. I can go fetch that one where I destroyed Orthodox guy on Grid Show. I can probably get that uploaded.
how did you destroy him?
Oh, so they have a grid. So Grid's format is they have a judge panel, and the judge gave me 3-1 points. So there's an actual winner. So I beat him really hard, very handily. Beat Orthodox guy. So the judge panel said so. Therefore, there you go. And the judge was a human, not some droid.
So the judge panel said you won.
Yes, definitively I won.
Yeah, that's good. Who would you like? Who would you consider like people who are like debate allies? Like I would like someone like Dark Light would be someone like that. Dark Light Delirium.
I would definitely take the Machine Lies because he's actually really good when he's not angry. You know, when he gets angry, he gets sloppy, but when he's calm, he is very, very hard to beat.
Yeah, yeah. He was on he was on Finding Gnosis yesterday, and yeah, he was doing pretty good against the panel.
Yeah,
You know,
like
I
me,
remember too.
like me, he could beat the whole panel on his own.
I don't even really feel like it's that hard to beat a whole panel on your own. It's like 'cause most people's positions are just bad.
Yeah, I don't think about their own positions. They don't know. They have no idea why they have their own positions because they're programmed.
I was on that dude Joshua's channel.
What is his channel? I don't know if I'm subscribed to it.
I don't know, but it's the one Stephen was talking about earlier. I'll post it. I'll post it right now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Dom's gonna post it and then it'll be back.
I hit the refresh.
Okay.
There was this one dude on there who was talking about why the world was so bad because of his own subjective experiences with spirits and what he thought heaven and hell was. And I kept asking him, so like, what research have you done that is not anecdotal? And he couldn't give me anything. It's just all him.
I mean, he didn't bother getting population statistics or read happiness studies or something like that.
No, he's just okay. He's just talking about how the world is so bad spiritually.
Is he a solipsist? Because if he is, then I guess he doesn't have to.
I don't exactly know what. I'd have to go back and listen again, but I mentioned that I base my worldview in actual mythology and not just anecdotal feelings, you know, mythology and history. And I was like what is wrong with that? Or I said something like that. And the whole panel at once just exploded at me when I mentioned history, because none of them trust history at all. That was just
interesting. So if they don't trust history, how do they know what they had for breakfast this morning?
Yeah. Well, they don't trust recorded history, anything that's passed down from authorities saying this guy existed that time. You know, like I said, that guy only trusts his own subjective experience, it seems. His subjective experience tells him the world is crap. It wasn't Joshua, it was another guy on the panel.
Yeah. Well, if they're a solipsist, then they don't really have to care about anyone else's opinion, but they can't make any objective statements. I usually don't make objective statements anyways, but they wouldn't be able to if it's not even an option.
Yeah. Solipsism, no good.
In my opinion. If I'm allowed to have one.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else? It's like 3 hours has been going. I'm going to keep going.
Now you're free to leave. What was I going to get that? I'll get back to my MBTI thing real quick. Then I'll finish off the show.
All right, well, it was good talking, Hank. And I don't know, maybe I'll find a panel to go on sometime.
Yeah, I checked him. The Machine Lies is on Jack Talcott right now if you want to run into him. But I'm not going.
I'll check that out.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll go on though.
All right.
I don't usually go on Jack's. I feel like if I do, it's going to be combative with people like Imperius.
Yes, Imperius is there too right now. So.
All right, well, see you, Hank.
See ya, Dom.
All right, later.
Yep. So as I was saying before I was really interrupted by all my guests, the surface simulator can fool people who type by vibe instead of by motivation. So the overlap people knows first. Traits people observe that could be like ENTJ and also could be like ISTJ. So organized, build systems to drive goals, maintain systems to ensure order, direct, pushes action and decisions, safe facts and standards plainly, reliable, delivers because goals matter, delivers because duty matters. Wait. It's a column. I've screwed this up. Let me try again. So let's read could look like INTJ stuff first. Could look like ENTJ first. One more time. Let me. All right, let me try again. I'm going to read out the traits people observe. Then the next column could look like an ENTJ. Then the column after that could look like an ISTJ. So traits people observe will be organized, direct, reliable, judgmental, critical, leadership, and reserve warmth. So for an ENTJ, those would be build systems to drive goals. And for direct would be, for ENTJ would be pushes actions and decisions. Reliable, they deliver because goals matter. Judgmental, they see inefficient want improvement. And for leadership, they naturally take charge to execute vision. And reserve warmth can still be impersonal due to task focus. But for ISTJ, they're organized to ensure order, the status quo. ISTJs are direct because states facts and they say facts and standards plainly. Reliable, they deliver because duty matters. ISTJs look judgmental because it sees deviation and wants correctness. And ISTJs could be take leadership because they enforce the procedure and they have responsibility. And ISTJs can preserve warmth because they seem imperishable due to formality. So the actual difference, according to ChatGPT, says ENTJs focus on how do we improve, optimize, scale, or redesign, and ISTJs wants to go with what is correct, proven, dependable, told them by the status quo. So they may do equally competent things for different reasons. That's where cognitive functions come in. What's the motivation? What's the motivation? So here's my scores that lean ISTJ. So my strong judginess, my good at organizing stuff, schedules. I actually follow schedules most of the time. My conscientiousness, very beautiful responsibility looking follow schedules still. Strong self-control, follow schedules. Get stable, that's just follow schedules again. Skeptical, seem cautious, and evidence-driven. Yes, that's a different thing from following schedules. Dominant / assertive, comes across firm and no nonsense. Private, solitary, less socially oblivious than stereotypical ENTJ. So my friends, Benjamin and Annie, may think I'm organized, blunt, hardworking, skeptical, but not gushy. So I must be ISTJ. And the ChatGPT thinks it's shallow but understandable read. Parts that argue against ISTJ are the ones people often miss. Yeah, so here's what points me to ENTJ rather than ISTJ is my strong preference for abstraction over concrete detail. Imagination driven more than facts bound. Focus on principles, not just procedures. Progressive wants new approaches, not just proven ones. Insightful, searches for underlying patterns and causes. Adventurous, more novelty seeking than a classic ICJ. I think I can read both of them at the same time. Maybe I should move this to the other screen where I read from. I'll workshop this. Theorist over preserver, much more systems and ideas than duty and tradition. ENTJ over ISTJ. That just restating the same thing. Yeah, so people mistake ENTJ for ISTJ when they notice discipline, bluntness, and structure, but miss the vision, abstraction, innovation, and system redesign mindset. So quick test for the difference. Do you want to self-check, notice which statement feels more like your default? So the options were, I trust what is established, tested, and correct. Or 2, I want to rethink this system, build a better one. Skip that part. What else? Bible and ENTJ might be mistaken for the ESFP. ChatGPT 5.4 says, at first glance, this sounds odd because ENTJ and ESFP are actually very different, but people often type by social energy and boldness, not by cognition. That's where the confusion happens. So what people notice on the surface, an ENTJ and ESFP can both appear confident, expressive, energetic, socially bold, spontaneous in conversation, comfortable taking up space. So someone might think they're outgoing, intense, charismatic, and lively. That must be ESFP. That's just restating. If someone's typing from presence, not pattern, they may stop there. Yeah. The core differences I project. ENTJ says I project energy because I'm driving towards a goal, and ESFP might say I project energy because I'm fully engaged with the moment. So both can look vivid, but both engine is different. But the engine is different, yeah. Another way to say it is ENTJ energy feels like pressure, direction, and momentum, and ESFP energy feels like presence, play, intimacy. So one was often trying to move the room, the other is trying to inhabit the room. So friends may see expressions, blunt honesty, liveliness, confidence. You're willing to take up space, but they're not seeing how abstract your thinking is, how strategic your decisions are, how future-oriented you are, how much structure you prefer, how little your profile matches SFP values overall. So you type for the performance and not the operating system. In short, an ENTJ can be mistaken for an ESFP when people confuse expressiveness and charisma with SC dominant spontaneity. What I do. Yeah, my friends who mistype me are ISTP and ENFP. Could that be causing them blind spots they may not notice? And ChatGPT said their own type preference could absolutely create blind spots in how they read you. Not because they're incapable of seeing clearly, just because people often interpret others through the traits they notice easily or very most strongly. So, nice to see blind spots, what they notice. So, what an ISTP may notice is bluntness, independence, competence, skepticism, and non-sentimentality, but they may miss long-range planning, system building, abstract pattern focus, and structure ambition. And ENFP may see expressiveness, intensity, enthusiasm, and strong preference, verbal energy, but may miss the hard-edged logic, the disciplined structure, the decisiveness, the low P style follow-through. So as we may lock into toughness, self-reliance, skepticism, low tolerance for nonsense, and willing to challenge people. And they may think I'm ST. And the missing that more structured, more long range, more systems and strategy driven, more interested in organizing people and outcomes than a and ICP often reads from observable style, calm confidence, independence, a directness, and may miss the difference between troubleshooting what is and architecting what should be. And it's got kind of, you can't architect what should be without troubleshooting what is. So the second one is much more your NTJ profile. How an ENFP might misread you. They may notice your expressiveness, your verbal force, your charisma, your intensity, your visible energy. From that angle, they might think you're clearly extroverted, spontaneous, vibrant, and maybe something experiential. And what they miss is how thinking heavy your judgments are, how judging heavy your lifestyle is, how little your profile suggests loses how little your profile suggests lose improvisational living, how much your energy is directed towards control, strategy, and execution. And ENFP may be especially likely to confuse expressions with emotion-led, but your reports suggest you're more expressive in delivery than feeling-based in decision-making. The deeper pattern, people often mistype others by over-focusing on traits that are most legible to them. I need to program this thing to be more terse. I'm not gonna read your words. Host Eric screwed it up too. This is getting repetitive. Host Derek screwed it up too. We're gonna get out of here. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. 3 more, and we beat Pony Boy in likes and subscriptions.